Welcome back, everyone, to session 16 of season 2 of Pandemonium. We're about to be diving into an infiltration, but let's kick it off with a little bit of a recap. The
Diving
group has
in.
finally made its way to Kata, joining the war effort as the Duke Lesser Royce marshals forces to retake his homeland from the forces of Taish Reborn, a mixture of giants and the children of Taishera who have laid claim to his home. The group, after making their way there, was able to meet with Duke Royce and learn about his pretty daring plan to infiltrate the island of Kata with 3 separate forces. His own Griffin Guard, his own elite special force operation, is going to be sent after freeing some of his soldiers and elite operators that have been captured within Kata and kind of left in prisons to rot after the island was surrendered. The Adamantium Renegades, so the group fought against during the tournament, the Fight for Peace tournament for Kosir, are being sent to rescue his father, the Baron Kesse Royce, from his imprisonment. And the group, the Gavels of Evisara, have been sent to rescue his wife, Persiana Royce, from captivity, all within the giant war camp. So they're sending all 3 groups in at once through aerial infiltration to fight their way, or to hopefully not fight their way through, sneak their way through, and bring all 3 of these objectives home before the giants even know they're there. The group was able to spend some of their time preparing for this, some looking for different advantages the group could find, finding a contact on the island of Kata, as well as securing some disguises to make it easier to infiltrate in for some as the Reavers of Tawa. The group also spent some time kind of on their own ends too, recruiting members to the growing Gavel force. But at the end of the week, or near the end of the week, the Gavels were spotted by a mercenary band called the Mythios. They're typically monster hunters that kind of maneuvered around the islands of Fessia. But with the war, they saw a quicker payday with the Gavels, with the bounties placed on them by both the Eterian Empire, as well as, at least for Will, the Luminescent Church. With that, the Mythios tried to ambush the crew, but the were quite outclassed by the Gavels. With that low encounter, the group was able to quickly defeat them, though sparing one of them, named Brolo, with a offered, then rescinded, then offered again invitation to the Gavels, and even against the Duke's advice, bringing him in as a member of the Gavels and into the group's protection, staving him off from the hanging that the other Mythios soldiers will be earning due to disrupting the Duke's camp. But with that, we're going to pick up. So this is the next day, kind of preparing for the infiltration to come. But during that night, some of you just don't get don't have the restful sleep that you're used to. Some of you see, as you close your eyes and kind of drift off to sleep for a moment, you find the peace that you usually seek at the end of a long day. But eventually you start to see the darkness swirl, and you start to see shadows begin to almost dance across the lids of your eyes. You start to see energy swirling around you, and then you see, looking behind you, your own shadow standing menacingly next to you until it envelops you within its own shadowy folds. And the 3 of you awake, or kind of open your eyes, we'll say, to a realm of shadows. Will, Wisteria, Mockery, you all look up. You see each other. You see in front of you a letter. Wisteria, you see an A minus. Will, you see a D minus. Mockery, you see an F. And then you see the shadowy form with almost stars glowing out of his skin in a wide Cheshire grin, and you see the Baron of Chaos, Narak, appear, and he goes, well, you lot are a mixed bag. Some of you guys are killing it, some of you guys just shit the bed, for lack of a better way to put it. That mockery, shit the bed. What do y'all have to say for yourselves?
Will sort of
An
just
A minus? An A minus? What? I need feedback. What did I do wrong? How do I fix this?
Right,
I've never
I
gotten
suppose-
such a low grade in my entire life.
Maybe we would be doing better if we understood the criteria a little bit better.
Mockery? What's the one rule?
Be entertaining.
Was there feedback entertaining? Well, you almost didn't get that A minus, but then when you're like, Brolo, you can join the crew, and then he's like, yeah, I'm on the crew. You're like, no, that was peak entertainment. That he was crying, dragging it away, and Mockery, you got an F because you stopped that. You're like, no, he's part of our crew. No, you've got to let him join. It's honorable and all of that. Shinzo, he was almost bored. You don't want that to happen.
I joined with Shinzo, and afterwards I had found out so much more about him. For so long he had been, if you mind the wordplay, kept in the shadows from me. Now that I see him, what part of him is redeeming? What part of him is worthy?
Those are very good questions, but I usually would ask those questions before pledging my service to the god. You're already with us now, buddy.
Mockery looks ashamed, but also angry. Maybe a bit conflicted.
Oh, was that spark a nerve? We give you all of our infernal might to do lollygagging with the gavels, and all we ask is just to be entertaining. And I mean, before, when you were part of the infernal court, you used to shout out the names of the gods. Oh, you shouted out Shinzo every now and then, but since we became buddies, you haven't shouted us out once. You said you're going to form us a cadre of Chaos Knights, and it looks like it's just you. I'm just saying, Shinzo's starting to feel a little lack of entertainment here. I feel like you're not living up to your end of it. I mean, you may want him a bet, but
The ordeal has costed me the closest thing to family I've ever had. I would have made a cadre of knights for you, but it has nearly costed me a man I consider my brother, the organization I consider the family, the respect of my peers, everything I held dear that I had left for me. You've put us in turmoil, in chaos.
Will sort of clears his throat. How do you think Shinzo Z feels about falling out of the sky to infiltrate a land full of monsters?
oh, we're well aware of that. You know what? Because on the whole, an A, a D, and an F failing grade if we had to do averaging. So you're falling through the sky, infiltrating enemy land. This should be bonkers. But Shinzo's thought, people don't like Mockery. People don't like you guys a lot either. What if we told the other infernal lords you're doing this? And we did.
So you told the other infernal lords that we'll be falling out of the sky into enemy territory?
Yes.
All right. Forgive me, I don't understand how that. Why?
Oh, it should be entertaining. I mean, they don't really like you guys for what you stand for. They hate Mockery's guts. He kind of crisscrossed and betrayed them. It should add like that extra layer of entertainment. And
Right. So you're thinking that perhaps the forces of fiendish law are going to be attempting to kill us on our way down, you think? Or perhaps while we're there?
who knows? I hope so.
Great. Well, I suppose we'll have to see. Will's just like, he doesn't say it out loud, but he almost says, I'm so tired.
You look exhausted there, buddy. Well, you got a deal because you're our first angelkin that we've had in our service. You know, one of the little Ascari pet breeding projects. I mean, you're the first one to be part of our crew. So I mean, we're grading on a curve for you. And you also, when that guy was getting drug away, Brolo, you kept quiet. That bumped your grade up. I mean, D's passing, C's, D's, degrees. I think that's how it goes.
What kind of score are you running?
Good to know.
But I didn't just call you here to tell you that, yeah, the Infernal Gods know. Oh, Mockery, your debt with Shinzo for the at least helping you be a little bit better at certain things. You owed him four debts. You don't owe Shinzo anymore. Still, they're out there, but Shinzo doesn't owe them. The rest of you guys, favors. Wisteria will. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch an angel by his toe. Will, you're gonna be the first one for a favor. What type of favor would you like to do, Shinzo?
I mean, I don't even know. What are the options here? I don't even know. What kind of thing does the god of chaos, madness, and deception need from a mere mortal like me at level 9?
He explained he wants to be entertained, no matter how vague and unclear that definition might be. And entirely up to his own interpretation, not ours.
Ding, ding, ding. He gets it. Okay. Or she gets it. You know what? A-. You're the A. Move, you see the shadowy thing, you switch up. Will, we don't know exactly what we're going to have you do, but you're an upstanding angelkin human hybrid thingy. We want you to tell the truth. It's going to blow people's minds. Somebody marked with Shinzo telling the truth. We don't know what that truth will be yet, but eventually there'll be something to tell the truth about. Hell, it could even be going and telling that lord you stole his designs for his aircraft carrier. I mean, that could be a fun truth. I mean, I think the bounty is up to 10,000 on the thieves for that. That could be fun. But whatever it is, we're not going to make you lie. Because, I mean, making the angel lie, cross our hearts and hope to die. We're going to make you tell the truth. So just keep that in mind. Find a good truth, and maybe we'll find one for you.
I'll keep that in mind. Thank you very much.
But otherwise, Wisteria, keep doing you. I mean, we'll find your favor soon, but you've been, I mean, that Brillo thing. Mockery, you pledged yourself to us. We know that Wisteria's been looking for new gods that can step out on us after a few weeks. We're not going to let you go, though. So, buddy, you're with us. You know, do you ever wonder why the other infernal gods gave you up so easily? Don't wonder about us. We'll be with you to the end. So, do better. Recruit the Chaos Knights. Give us a shout out. That Brillo guy seems like he's perfect Chaos Knight material. So, get to work and we'll be watching.
You'd see Mockery when it said Brolo looks like perfect Chaos Knight material. His eyes flick to the side, and it's obvious that's not the first time Mockery's thought the same. And there's a look of conflict, a little bit of shame, but a slight hint of ambition at the same time, where he's trying to like quench that. But he's looking to that F. He doesn't like the grade. He looks to Wisteria, to Will, and he just looks conflicted.
Well, you can always get your grade higher. So we will see you soon. And good luck tomorrow. Bye-bye. And with that, you see the shadows swirl around you once again.
As I feel it starting to fade, I want to try to just hold on to this space for a little bit and talk to Will for a second while we're here. If I can say, Will, can Rashanael hear us right now?
She could not, and actually, I should have mentioned that. Will, through that whole period, Rashaniel could not hear you at all, or you could not hear Rashaniel at all. She could not hear what was going on around you. Your mind was quiet for a moment.
Huh. Suppose I can't hear her right now. There's a pretty good chance she can't hear me. Why do you ask?
Look, I know everything with Shinzo Z has been difficult, to say the least. But it's not often you have an opportunity to separate yourself from an angel, if that's what you want. It might be worth exploring that opportunity if that's something you're interested in. But you've seemed conflicted about it in the past, so I just want to make sure that we act with intention here. If you're happy with Rashaniel, forget I ever said anything. But I don't want you to lose out on this chance while we're looking for other gods for mockery. If this is what you want.
Will is gonna look at either. Is Varric still there, or
You don't see him, but you're in his realm, so
yeah? I'm gonna look at the space where he was standing. And I'm like, we can talk about this in the material realm, I think.
Okay.
I don't mind saying in front of my my grandmother.
Right, I just wasn't too sure because you seemed conflicted about it, but you're never really opening up about it, and I just thought this was an opportunity that was too good to miss of just being able to talk to you without her overhearing. But
hey, you know what? I appreciate you thinking about me.
That'll kind of let go of the shadows.
the magic fades, and you kind of find yourselves back in your beds, like you have not moved an inch. With that, G, there was something you mentioned last week. I realized I forgot to have you roll for. You wanted to know what type of gods the giants held.
Yes.
Give me a religion check. I remember you mentioned it. I remember the check, and I forgot to have you roll.
Yeah, I remembered it after the session, but then today I forgot it.
Same. I was like, I forgot. There's something I was supposed to do. Solid.
Oh, good roll.
So, G, you kind of like looking through, and you've had like time over, kind of like, especially as you're getting prepared for the events of the day, to kind of look through kind of both what you know as well as kind of the information that the Duke makes available to those under his command. And you find that the giants and the children of Tishera, they've got kind of three principal gods that they kind of hold. Well, two gods and one that they'll revere. So Kira, goddess of nature, very big amongst the giants. She is one of, even with the giants, where they do have like their own kind of like separate societies, they typically favor more nomadic. Before Taish, they favored more nomadic ways, more kind of in touch with nature, with some of them even adopting genetic traits that kind of match the environment they live within. So she's kind of their principal god. The other god that they still hold in high esteem, mostly due to his connection to Tishera, was Issei, the All-Father, the god of life. He's been missing for the last millennia, but they still hold him in pretty high revere because he's the creator. He's the father behind the giants. It was not married, but in a relationship, we'll say, with Tishera, the mother of monsters. And that's the third one they kind of hold in pretty high esteem. One thing you'll know too with the 30 is most of them are pretty. Some of them kind of hold like some allegiance to the Shaper gods too, kind of especially depending on where in Kazuya they settled before kind of being brought back to Taish Reborn. Some even favor Nar, some favor Erde, the goddess of nature. They all kind of have their own different preferences. But one thing that they all hold pretty to heart is a hatred of Sanda, the god of thunder. Sanda's killed their mother twice. Killed her once, somebody brought her back, he killed her again. So they all pretty much abhor him.
Okay. This is good news. So, during our briefing and as we're getting ready, I'll let everyone know that I was thinking of not taking my symbols of Nar, but now I think I'll take them and just keep them hidden away. So, in case we come across someone who looks, a little fiery, it might be worth getting that out. And Belric, do you have any gods or goddesses that you favor?
I'm taking my liking to Hera at the moment.
All right. Well, anything that you know of her could come in handy. They seem to hold her quite highly in regard.
What do I know about Hera?
Just okay. Here are a few notes that I found on like the very basic rituals, prayers, and symbolism. But I'm a follower.
I was looking. Oh, sorry. Pull up the info.
What's Belric looking for?
I was just looking for like Hera's edicts and everything. So yeah.
Definitely pretty straightforward. Gotta protect nature, protect her gifts as she calls them at all cost. Guide civilization to grow in harmony with nature, and then bring justice to those who have harmed any of her gifts, or the natural balance.
Yeah, so that would be, one of my recommendations in here is anything natural, any nature or natural order, like we want to leave it as close to that as possible. We don't want to interfere with that as much as we can, because that's one of those things that all of us will collectively, kind of go against and rage against.
So if Wisteria or Will want to distract them, then they just point in a direction and say, look, that person is by Hera, that person is defiling nature over there.
It very well, could get them looking a certain direction if we need them to.
Good to know. All right.
Right after I was told I need to tell the truth.
Yeah, outside of that, I would have I think the Warden of the Wilds had visited me, but that's kind of like most of my exposure is kind of limited to that. Right, Tegan?
Yeah, because I think you kind of found Hera a little bit later in life with the Bruins of Fessia, so it's kind of a newer religion for you.
Yeah. Fortunately, that's all I know now that can help.
Good enough. Every little bit helps. And this out of game, going back to the previous thing, if anyone could just tell me that Wisteria, or tell Jeet that Wisteria responds well to like scorekeeping, he will make a scorecard of like good deeds, that's fine. Get rid of Shinzo's influence at 10,000 points.
Yeah. Check plus, check. Yeah, whatever. 5 gold stars, we'll do it all.
A+ with 6 gold stars. Perfect. Well, you guys are able to kind of get prepared for the morning. Kind of at the crack of dawn, as usual, the Duke Lesse is kind of called a war council to prepare for the infiltration. As you all arrive, you see a number of different people kind of scattered around this map of Kata. You see the Duke himself. You see the Adamantium Renegades with Arog and Velnu kind of standing closest to the table. It seems like they're paying the most attention out of the Adamantium Renegades to kind of what's going to be happening next. You see the Griffins, kind of the Duke's own personal special ops force, arrayed in these. Typically, you've seen these guys walking around before. These are definitely kind of his elite operatives. Typically, they wear kind of gold armor with purple kind of little half capes. Now they're kind of in black armor, no finery, no identifying symbols to link them to the Griffins. Many of them carrying large shields and spears, but kind of a mixture of different kind of weaponry and accoutrements with them. You see there's about 6 of them standing near, or 5 of them standing near the table, and you see the Duke's own personal guard kind of standing in front of them, almost as if he's preparing to lead them. But the Duke looks at you guys as you arrive and goes, "Welcome, Gavels. Today is the day."
Hold on. What are we wearing?
Yeah, what the hell are you guys wearing?
Are we in our silly costumes? Like all these guys are like teed up in like black armor, and we're doing our little. Sorry, I was just like thinking about this visual, and it would be so funny if we're just like in tattered clothes. Like,
I got my tactical turtleneck just for this mission.
well, didn't we like create some disguises last round, or like
No,
we had
we
some plan?
failed to create the
Okay.
disguises, but I do have. I can restyle 2 of our clothing, which is not
Okay.
me. So yeah, I think the rest of us do show up in tattered, like laborers' clothing, with weapons that we can hide between the burlap sacks that we're wearing.
Okay. Sorry, Tegan. I just thought that was a funny visual. I didn't mean to
No
interrupt.
Yeah, you guys see kind of the Duke welcomes you in. You see this kind of map on the table with 3 kind of 3 pins kind of pricked into it. You see as the Duke goes, come closer, come closer. These are our 3 objectives. The Griffins will be freeing the elite tactical unit known as the Talons. They were captured when my father surrendered the country and have been held in the work camp since. Bringing these home will be a turning point for us. They will add significant resources that we can utilize in our war to retake Kata. The Griffins will be in charge of that. He points to the other one, and you kind of see like they're on opposite sides of the camp. His is kind of more toward, the first one is kind of like towards like the southern quadrant of it. He points to this large kind of imitation of a giant fort, and he goes, on the eastern ridge, that is where the Gavels will go, to the eastern section of this fort. We have been told that is where they're keeping my wife, Persiana Royce. Your goal? To get in and bring her out. That is the prime objective. While the Talons may be the key piece for the war effort, you will have my eternal gratitude if you can free her from the threats they placed against her in retaking the homeland. One of the things to keep an eye out for, intelligence has been pretty scant for this, but we have learned that the war chieftain, Anka, who leads the Taish forces on Kata, his office is near the room where Persiana is kept. We've heard that he wants to keep her close in case of an attempt like this. You kind of see him switch gears and look to the renegades. The western quarter of the fortress is where my father, Baron Royce, is being held. Your goal is to get him and bring him home. Also, we've known that Anka, the war chieftain, has his bedroom near where the Baron is being kept. He's splitting his time between both of the prisoners. You gotta see like as the Duke pauses, you do see Procles, kind of the diplomat that recruited you, kind of take a step in and goes, well, sire, I know you didn't want to run with this plan, but I do think we should bring it to the Gavels and Adamantium Renegades' attention. With the war chieftain so close, the general that's leading their forces, this could be a prime opportunity to remove the head, as it were, to take out their lead commander, bring some chaos to their ranks, and put them in a lesser position to be able to defend Kata when Reclamation Day comes.
Speaking for the Gavels, I would say that our primary priority is going to be rescuing Persiana Royce. And if we have to split our attention between the two objectives, we will be right in the middle of their forces. I do not see us getting out of there alive if we attempt both things. So if you have a preference between one or the other, I'm assuming it is the first, right?
You see the Duke nod, like he gives like actually a nod of respect. Like kind of meets your eyes, gives you a nod, and goes, and that is what I've mentioned to Broccoli's. The game could be significant, but mission creep and scope creep can cause any good plan to fail. If you have an open opportunity, you could take it if you wish. I won't order you against it, but your prime objective is, as you said, to free the prisoners.
Would we get a bigger reward if we're to remove their head?
You do see Broccoli's kind of perk up and goes, well, we could spare quite a bit from the treasury. If you are able to take the War Chieftain Anka's head, he goes, we're paying you 3,000 for successful rescue of the Baroness. Well, we'd double that. We'd give you an extra 3,000 for taking the War Chieftain's head. You kind of hear, as he says that, the Duke grind his teeth a bit, and he goes, if you find a good, safe opportunity. The War Chieftain,
Again, it may not.
the War Chieftain, while despicable, is a formidable warrior. From what I've seen of you all, you are skilled, but he edges you out, I would say. It will be a very perilous fight for you.
I look towards Arog and I say, well, it may be that it's just not our decision, depending on where Anka is.
You see Arog, like he's looking like you. The other Adamantium renegades, like they really weren't paying attention to the planning portion of it outside of Arog and Belnu. But as they heard the 3,000, you see they all kind of like started leaning in, and Arog goes, "We'll cross the bridge when it comes. Rather get the 3,000 now than try to do both and end up dead. But if we get a shot at it, we may take it."
G, do we have any spells and then I turn to the Duke, or any resources at our disposal that would allow us to communicate with the Adamantium Renegades while we're out in the field?
Yes, we do. Among my preparations for this day, I do have one divine sending prepared. So I thought that it might be needed for us to talk across rooms, but if we need to reach out to the renegades, we could do that. Yes. So if we see Anka definitively there, I guess that could be something we communicate, or if we see news of him not being there, being on the western, and then we can communicate the news of that.
Rog nods and goes, Essien knows the spell as well. If we hit intel, we'll keep you in the loop too.
I think it would be a sound strategy that whoever spots the war chief first lets the other party know, and we could adjust our plans accordingly.
You see Rognod's done. Not fighting against you this time. Rather get a little extra cold if we can, so we'll share whatever intel we can.
More than likely, the group that has to deal with the war chief will have the harder time for the initial mission. So either you get an opportunity for more gold, or you get an easier time doing what's expected of you. So,
Fortune always favors Adamantium Renegades, so expect it to go easy for us.
Was it though?
Maybe not.
Not in the tournament. Do we have any way of communicating with each other, like with the Griffins and the Adamantium Renegades?
With Jeet sending, and Essien has it as well. Oh, and you guys do see one of the Griffins kind of like raises his hand and goes, I'm versed in that spell as well.
Okay, great. Perfect.
Oh, also with that, out of game terms too. So if you guys do decide to confront, or if you're able to confront the general, and outside of the 3,000 gold on addition that you would get, you would actually reduce their strength, because right now the Taish forces are sitting at about 12d10, kind of representing their martial strength with their army on Kata. You'd actually knock that down by 1d10, and also earn 2 free rerolls for the Katan forces. So pretty significant, but also out of game terms, I will say he is an extreme fight with your current level. So if you come across them, taking them up is on you guys. But high rewards, high risk, high rewards.
I also have sending, by the way.
Nice.
That makes Wisteria very happy having those spells on our team.
I also Will would have just like brought this up. I also have had a scroll of synchronize for like 1,000,000 years. That might come in handy here. I'm gonna be honest. I've had it so long I don't even remember what it does. Let me really quick read what synchronize does. Okay, it's basically just like a way to count 3, 2, 1 for up to 5 people, no matter how far apart they are. So like if we decide to like split up and like attack a place from multiple angles or something like that, we could use synchronize to time it so we attack all at the same time.
Perfect. The Duke does continue. He goes, "We'll provide you with cotton gliders. This is a strategy that typically I've utilized with airships, but this time we do not wish to risk our one airship flying over the skies of Kata. We are going to utilize our mages to teleport you, gliders and all 3 teams above the skies of Kata, 2 miles up. You all will make your way to the ground. You can ditch the gliders there. They are an acceptable loss for making sure this endeavor is fulfilled. Be aware that the skies of Kata are often filled with the children of the beast of Taishera. Most of them we found in our scouting are, for lack of a better way to put it, not sentient and not intelligent. If you do encounter them, if you can kill them before they alert the ground, you will likely go in unnoticed."
Good to know.
You see, he kind of looks, kind of meeting each of you's eyes as well as the renegades. Before we depart, are there any further questions that you all have?
Nothing that I can think of for all of you.
Perfect. The teleportation ritual will be commenced within a half hour. Prepare anything that you need, and may the storm gods bless you. Fight with Sanda's fury, hide with the trickery of Y, and be adaptable as Hava as those threats come near you. You see he gives kind of one nod, then he walks out of the office.
Cool. I would like, on the way back to wherever we're going to like get ready and stuff like that, to just quickly just like tap Wisteria on her arm, just say like, to answer your question, I was thinking about like not wanting Varric to hear, but I just remember that he's watching us all the time anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But there was a time when I really wished that I could get rid of Rashanael. But despite the fact he looks up when he says this just at the sky, despite the fact that she is very annoying, she is family. And I have grown to care for her. So, if it's a choice between Shinzo Z and Rashanael, I'm choosing Rashanael.
Understood.
I'm sorry.
I, as someone who's been called annoying for asking too many questions before, I appreciate you keeping me around as well. And I would hate to lose access to Rashanael's capabilities. They'll be useful in this upcoming conflict. And I'm always a little more confident going into difficult places when I have you to watch my back and pick me up if I get injured.
I appreciate you saying that. Let's go get ready.
Perfect. You guys are able to make whatever preparations you need to. I definitely encourage you guys to stock up on anything that you may need. I know most of you already looked through that, but in case you do need potions, this will be a very long adventuring day. I'll mention on that piece. But one thing that, as you guys are kind of getting your final preparations in, you do see Brolo come kind of walking by, chest puffed out. He is whistling a tune as he walks up and he goes, "Well, hey, heard you boys are going to Kata. You lot trying to get paid, oi?"
That's one of the reasons, yes.
Well, you know, me and the Mythios, we found out about a, let's say, unattended loot source. Just, heard it through the grapevine and all that. And if you lot want to cut me under the finder's fee, 30%, because I got the information and all that, I'll let you know where it is. We split it up. As I can just be on my way, you guys get paid 70%, 30%. I go on my way. Everything's cool. We chop it up. I mean, 1,500 gold coins and some of the rarer merchant goods left behind. That does sound. Well, your share would be less. What's 30% of 1,500? That's a lot of math. We'll figure that out later. But that's a payday there. I mean, you guys saved my life. I get you paid. I get a finder's fee, and we both go up on our ways square, right?
How about instead of 30%, you get 50%, but it is held by the Gavels, and we will reimburse you for any task and job that you do as a member of the Gavels. If we send you out on missions, you can stay at the finest places, and when you come back, we will give you money from that 50%, 750 gold. That sounds pretty good, yes?
But you gotta hold it for me? I'll take a little bit less gold up front. And then, you guys are all about order this and make connections that, and don't judge people this. I'm just trying to get paid. Mythios, they're all dead. Nobody else knows about this. 750 does sound real nice, but I'd like to leave too.
He just throws his hands up and he's like, I can't believe we're responsible for this guy's actions now. Someone else take this.
That's when Mockery snaps out of whatever funk he's been in. Almost uncharacteristically silent throughout this entire thing. As he just audibly says, "I'll take it from here."
Okay, so we're negotiating now. All right. He started us off at 50%. I said 30. He said 50. I'll bring it down 40%. We're gonna need him back for that math, but after that, we can we'll chop it up, and I'll tell you where it is, and then you bring it back, cut me out, and then we don't have to see each other again, right?
because I did actually have to be gone for a second there. Briefly, this is the guy we recently recruited, right?
Yeah, this is Bro, the one you guys saved from a hanging.
There'd just be a thunk of Mockery just like taking his gavel, having the head face the ground, and just slamming it into there just for effect, not enough to draw anyone else's attention. As he just looks to him.
You are one of the gavels now. Our wealth is your wealth. You will stay with us. Is that understood? And any knowledge you can use to aid the gavels will directly benefit you.
But what percentage? And how long?
There are still talks going on about a certain sub-faction or separate faction. I'll promise you, you'll get your cut, and you'll get enough gold that'll make your eyes glitter.
Give me a diplomacy check.
In addition, can Mockery give him a look like we'll talk later? Kind of like in his eyes with this diplomacy check.
Definitely. He'll likely still argue his fee, but you could definitely kind of throw that in there.
I'm going to use double or nothing. What? It's a 25. I can do better than that. Double or nothing from the Hell Plate. So this will have a +2 to it.
You see a Cheshire grin just from the other side of the room just materialize in there. It goes, told him we sold his... You're going to hear it like just all the wids too. Told him we sold his debt and he is still playing. Well, that is 5 now. Okay. You see Brolo go, okay, gold, make my eyes glitter. All right. That sounds fair. Okay, let's say I will hold out and hear the gold that makes my eye glitter proposition, and I tell you where this is. I'm going to be magnificent, and I'll bring it down to 20%. Final offer, I tell you where the gold is, you cut me in, and then we talk about that glittering thing, right?
He'll look over to G.
You seem to be able to convince him. Just get his word that he won't leave. After that, I'm ready to talk.
And he'll turn his head back to... I've immediately forgotten his name. I'm so sorry. Borlo? And Mockery will say...
And you'll stay with the gaffers. Yes.
For the time being.
Okay.
For the time
I can work
being.
with timing. Yes, until the end of the Cotton War. Yes.
That's what you said. Yeah, maybe. Maybe.
You're testing your luck. I was merciful upon you once. Don't make me regret it.
And I'm getting you guys paid. Like, this was gonna be our when Kata got back to normal gig, we'd go in, we'd get this money, and hey, we'd go our separate ways. But I'm telling you all about it. I mean, I'm being a team player. I'm like the MVP of the Gavels right now.
All right, minimum of 3 months. Minimum of 3 months. Can we agree on that?
Yes.
Yes.
Mockery will turn around. It'll look like he's walking towards where we need to go for a second. But he'll stop and lean into Jeet a little bit, just to whisper to him.
There's been a change in plans. Return to the original plan. There's been changes. I'll tell you about it. Might be in Mysterio's notes already. I might be taking him.
And then he'll lean away and keep walking.
Wait, you forgot. I gotta tell you where the goal's at. And he goes
Order master.
As he
Yeah.
like comes to Jeet behind him.
Right, Wisteria, could I borrow a quill?
Yeah, I'll hand you one.
Cool, we'll take down the note.
All right, we've been on this island for a little bit. There was this merchant guy. He was a real snooze. He was kind of a bad guy. He was always complaining and always just like, "Where's my family? I want to go home," and all this nonsense. But one day we were talking to him. We had like tell him like, "Hey, you're bringing morale. Yeah, that's right. You're bringing the vibe down." And we talked to him, and we learned he left behind his family, but more importantly, he left behind his vault. He owned a shop downtown Kata. He said he had about 1,500 gold pieces in the vault, as well as some magic items, some potions, some other cool things that could probably sell for quite a bit. And I kind of go see. He pulls out like this little map and he goes, "We wrote it down. It's kind of southeast side of the downtown center of Kata. It's called the Smoky Storm. Within, go in there. You got to bust the safe open and all that. But once you bust that safe open, gold items aplenty."
Okay, well, thank you. He goes to Wisteria and just like pushes the quill and the note into Wisteria's his torso and asks him to hold it. And he says, "This is way too much like robbery. I'm not going to be part of this, but the information's right here."
Jeet, if the circumstances of retrieving this gold makes you uncomfortable, would it appeal to your morals to return it to this merchant and maybe save his family as well, should we have the opportunity?
Yes. Yes, it very much would. He like perks up.
Are you having this conversation in front of Brolo?
Yeah, and then I'd say,
yeah.
even if that means going back on the deal we just made with Brolo?
Well, no, I'll then give him money from my own personal rewards from other places, I think.
I don't know about the family, but that whiny merchant did. He kind of just walked off a cliff one day.
Sense motive. Sense motive. As I turned to him, and I said, walked off of his own volition.
Yeah. give me a sense motive roll.
No.
I don't have anyone targeted, but it's just a roll.
Yeah, you kind of look at him. He body language, especially as he goes like, yeah. Clearly, he's lying. Like eyes downcast, voice kind of sped up a little bit, a little sweat beating down. Clearly a lie.
His hands are just like curled up in a fist and trembling. I think he's unable to speak for the rest of the scene.
Mockery probably isn't that far away. You could sick him back onto this person again.
Like inside of G, he's just tamping down the urge to tell Mockery to execute him right now. So he just caught, and I'm not sure what to do, and I don't think G does that. So I'm just. But it's clear that looking at G, you guys can tell that he believes that the person killed him.
But yeah, not here no more. Gold's still there, but he looks a little mad. So I'm just gonna go back in the back end. You all heard it though, 20%, 3-ish months, all that. Yeah, MVP out.
As soon as he's gone, you should let that guy get hung. And
Elric nods.
What, everyone else was trying to recruit more members, and I saw an opportunity. So
I'm kidding. He's annoying. It's not worth murdering him over.
he would murder any one of us in our sleeps to get 5 gold pieces.
That is true. And in fact, I think he actually already did do that. It's not that he would. He already tried and was unsuccessful.
That is a fantastic point. Oh my goodness.
And then I look at Mockery and I say, I did not think there would be a upside to this, but if you could use your right of conscription or whatever it is that Shinzo Z grants you to get him out of the cavil, I would appreciate it.
And with that, Mockery would turn around. He'd smile, but it'd be mirthless, like more like a thank you. But it's clear Mockery isn't entirely happy about it, but he's also very much willing to do that. As he just goes,
I can do that. And keep him useful to us as an asset. And I will keep him... I'll keep his antics away from your view.
Good. Okay, well, now let's get our gliders and go where the Duke wants us to go. Before we do, let us do this. Who all are coming with us? It's going to be the 5 of us and Red. Who else?
Yeah, you guys are able to bring one of the followers along with you as well, if you'd like.
Oh.
I hadn't even really thought about it.
Is there someone who could be good on the glider? Let's
Nature.
think about them.
What are the
You could
2 rolls
bring-
for that?
Brolo and use him as a distraction if we need to.
We could toss him off the glider on accident. Just unhook him right off the rip.
God,
Sorry.
I would. No words. I would not trust Velnu's life in his hands, let alone our own.
So, yeah, you guys use the 3 checks for the gliders are piloting, which I don't think any of these guys have, acrobatics, and nature.
I think Wisteria has piloting, right?
Elisa has
For the followers.
acrobatics.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Elisa has decent acrobatics. Actually, her acrobatics is the same as my nature, so she could be a good one.
I'm a little concerned about their safety once we arrive there.
Elise is probably good at moving around without being seen, which is kind of the nature of this mission.
That's true. I suppose we can bring her along. She can
Lisa.
stay out of sight.
Like that.
All right. Sure thing. And have we discussed who's going with who in these gliders?
Well, I'll take a glider, and any passenger who wants to come with should be able to navigate the winds decently.
I was thinking somebody who's likely to need the hands-free. Belric, how you feel like being on a glider with me? That way you could keep your hands free to use your bow and arrow while we're flying. And I only need one hand for all my magic. There is one thing, though, that I was thinking about. If necessary, I can abandon the glider because I can fly for a little while. However, if I'm with Belric, that's going to be less of a...
I mean, I can.
Yeah, the wings last 10 minutes. So I don't know how long it takes to fall to fall 2 miles, but never been skydiving before. But if I need to abandon ship, I can. Is the point? But
Yeah.
I can't do that if I have Belric with me.
I mean,
Well,
I'm
but it'd be somewhat callous. Be like, good luck, Belric. Bye.
I wouldn't blame you. No, I think that may make sense. Because, yeah, like, I think we want to have my 2-handed arrows, and then maybe that way, yeah, then I can shoot my arrows, yeah.
Sure thing. All right, me and Belric will go together.
So Will's
And that
gonna
makes-
I guess so. I don't actually have any good skills for it, but I don't need my hands to do
Yeah,
I think Elisa's a little bit better of a position.
Yeah, I could
That's
see.
true.
I could be a good pilot, and I also just bought a crossbow, so I can use my arrows for one shot. So, and I've got good nature. I might be a good pilot.
Yeah,
I don't know.
you said acrobatics was the acrobatics, piloting, or nature.
Yep.
I have plus 12 to acrobatics and nature, which
I'm
is
15 on acrobatics and 19 on nature.
so.
So maybe I
be
should
better.
be. Yeah.
Well, if you have a one-handed weapon you can use, then that changes things for sure.
Yeah, I just bought a crossbow. What are you thinking, Jeet?
I was speaking this whole time. So yeah, you can go with Will, Wisteria, and Mockery on one. We leave Elisa behind, and I'll just be on one on my own. I think that's.
You don't want to bring Elisa with you?
No, I think the point of bringing her was to get someone who's good at piloting, and her acrobatics and my nature are the same score. So I think.
Are the DCs different for different skills, or will we not be sure?
DC 26 for everybody.
Would it be advantageous for one of us to couple up with you, Jeet, and one of us to go with Elisa?
No, it's
Okay.
going to be plus 15 either way. So someone has to. Yeah, you can do that. I think this works out the best. We can leave Elisa behind. It's fine unless we need her specifically for thievery checks. But I think
Nah.
we'll start with that.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
I'm comfortable with that. So
With
I'll pilot
all of
ours, Will.
all right.
Syria, who?
Uh,
I'm assuming you're piloting yours with Mockery?
Yes. Mockery, what weapon were you intending on using should we encounter aerial conflict?
Mockery flashes a grin showing his teeth, as well as his tail with kind of... it's a bit of a cliche descriptor, given what it actually is, but his tail will snake out from behind him.
Oh, so you were wanting to get in close range of creatures that we might come into conflict with?
I assumed that there wouldn't be much of a choice. But just in case something like that did happen, I picked up this beauty.
As he will bring out the thing he's needed for a long time.
Hey.
Nice.
Is there any reason to think that we'll be facing foes on our glides in?
They said that there are flying monsters around that hang around there.
Okay. Good to know.
Okay. Good. This is good. Before we head up, let me just gather up with a couple of members of the other team and all of you to cast a spell. So
Ooh.
So one thing I want to
Oh.
many.
Is it Web of Eyes?
No, it's actually not. Okay, so I'll have the five of us, not Red, Arog, Kavet, and who's their caster? Is it the gnome?
So they've got two casters. So SCN the gnome is one of their casters.
The
the
sending
other-
caster.
Oh yeah, he's a sending caster. Yeah.
Sending caster. All right, so those three, and I have room for two more. So I'll pick two members of the Griffin team, and so on all 10 of us, I will cast a 4th rank status.
Perfect. So you can cast that on kind of the Duke's right hand. You haven't learned his name yet, but he calls himself the Beast, or you've heard his title is the Beast of Kata. This big kind of hulking man that's usually kind of standing behind the Duke, but is leading the Griffins in his stead. So you can cast it on him and then one of his aides.
Got it. Yes, we'll have some idea on how the teams are doing roughly.
That's very cool.
Perfect. How's that magic work if G gets that going?
Oh, I was afraid you asked that. These are not very Nar-friendly spells. These are like spells that he's had to think about from like his research in the monastery, which like other people have done. So in this case, is like a tenuous connection that other worshippers of Nar have brought these ones into Nar's domain somehow. And so in this case, it's like, okay, you find the spark of the person, the spark of life, and you try and connect your spark with their spark, and you hope it works. You just have like a sense of the flare, or it's kind of like the sense of the fires all around. If I just close his eyes, he can sense them. That's it.
Perfect. You do see Cavup. He kind of like gives you like a friendly, like he's in his small form, or he's got his ring on, so he's in this like a humanoid size form. He gives you a pat on the back. Go. You know how I do it. Me still not like. Don't know if we're super happy with you because you call us dumb, and our boss crook. But I hope you get through, and I hope we get big payday. We can have drink and talk it out.
Yeah, hoping for a good drink tonight. Take care, Covet.
He goes, good. And with that, you do see rows of gliders right there around you. You do see kind of the Talons, or the Griffins, are a team of 6. You see them kind of get into 3 gliders, get everything kind of prepared, and kind of wait their positions on the ground. You see the Adamantium Renegades divide themselves between 3 gliders, 2 kind of preparing themselves, getting them all strapped in and kind of ready for the drop. You guys are able to break into your groups, and you see kind of look around. You see Pericles, as well as the kind of a circle of mages around you, and he goes, well, unfortunately, the Duke was called away for a pressing matter, but he was told me to see you all off. Go with the Storm God's blessing, and may they not know you're there until you're already home. Good luck, my friends. And with that, you see the mages begin to chant, and you see magic begin to warp around you, bolts of energy, and this kind of just rhythmic chant as you guys are on the ground, strapped into your gliders, and you start to feel the winds blow beneath you. You see these lights begin to flash and just start to encircle you faster and faster, enveloping your vision. For a while, you're planted firmly on the ground, but as soon as your vision clears, you are in the air, dipping hard, wind whipping around you. It's kind of like the most jarring thing is like you go from completely different smells. Before, you smelled the war camp with a lot of people kind of on top of each other, kind of that just unavoidable just funk of so many people and refugees around, and then to this clear, crisp air with kind of the tinge of salt air to it as you all are diving. Gliders kind of maneuvering to and fro. You guys see as kind of the ground disappears beneath you. The group kind of split into your own kind of factions. The Adamantium Renegades heading towards the western edge. The Griffins heading towards the southern edge, and you guys are gripping your gliders, making your way towards the eastern. How's everybody feeling with this? You guys kind of going from on the ground, soaring through the air, wind blowing through you, and just you guys are free falling at the moment too.
Mockery's feet are kicking in the air, and he is immediately like he went from kind of stoic, lost in his own train of thought, to oh no, oh goodness. But in far more cursing and exploitatives that I won't repeat here, so you don't get sick of him. But yeah, no, he's screaming. He's screaming.
Will kind of feel he's kind of reacting like he's on a roller coaster, like whoa, hey, like. But the fact that he can fly and save himself if he needs to makes him like less afraid of this than he probably would normally be.
Wisteria grew up in a flying city, so I like to imagine some like gliders like this maybe made their way into the hands of the kids she hung out with in Mokulin, and they would go on little rides like this. So this is something she's done before. So instead, she's kind of focused on helping Mockery deal with the situation, to say like, hey, don't look down, just focus on me. I'm in control of this glider. You'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Even if you see birds around, they won't bother us.
Huge giant bird.
Jeeth is just holding onto it and just constantly repeating to himself, "It's okay, dragons fly. It's okay, dragons fly. It's okay, dragons fly." Oh my god, I can't believe this is worse than being on water.
Balric's absolutely horrified at first too. Like this is just a feeling and sensation he's never felt before, but he's doing his best to like just try and grip the glider and stay focused on like controlling it versus like being absolutely horrified by this feeling he's never felt before.
So we got someone who's basically a rock, that being a dwarf. We got someone clad in the heaviest of metal armor.
Sure.
Two people who are used to this, and Mockery screaming like a baby.
Also clad in very heavy armor.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Red's over by Jeet, just trying to calm him down too.
I'll tell you, Red just soared through the skies. Probably Red's probably the happiest he's been in a while.
Oh yeah, he's loving it.
How does a bird come down so with it? Does it scream? Does it just like give the head nod?
Yeah, he's soaring right alongside Jeet and just like kind of staring at him, just like, hey man, we're cool. This is fine. We do this all the time, dude. Do it all the time.
I turns towards Red. He's like, "You're not gonna tell on me." And he goes back to the muttering.
Perfect. All of my pilots, give me your choice between piloting, nature, or acrobatics. DC 26.
To me, I think this feels like it's worth it. I would like to cast heroism to instill a little bit of extra bravery in Belric as we fall through the sky.
I think off the first, I like it. I like it in the first roll.
I'm going to use a hero point. Much better.
Nice. Perfect.
Right.
The crew is able to kind of right the gliders as you guys start to descend, seeing kind of the blue sky around you, and then beneath you, very far below this, kind of like you can see the pinprick of Kata, the city, as well as the Giants' war camp ahead of you, with kind of instructions to land in the city, ditch your gliders, and make your way to the war camp. As you guys are kind of hurtling through the sky, though, like starting off like real blue, real clear day, you can see the sun kind of just shining down upon you. But as you guys look and see the sun shining, and look and see the shadows of your gliders crossing clouds, the shadows start to twist, and they start to spark, and the shadows start to glow. You see an almost perverse mockery of a storm take place. You see the crackling, this violet energy crackling as if it was lightning. You see the clouds swirled by this violet ichor as if they were blowing from the wind. And you start to feel drops upon you. You look and it seems like this shadowy substance that feels like water, but it has no harm, no pain, but it does have a very, very pungent scent, we'll say, to it. You see this twisting around you, the wind kicking up. And one of the things you guys can kind of see out of your peripherals as well, right before this kind of this storm, this wind, this lightning, this pungent rain overtake your vision, this storm's only centered on you. You see the Adamantium Renegades sailing free. You see the Griffins as well, soaring in. The storm seems like it was targeted right at you. And this is going to be a skill challenge. We're going to take a break before we get into the skill challenge, but I'll give you kind of a run through of kind of what this will be. Think of what you guys want to do. This is going to be a pretty difficult skill challenge. You're going to need 6 successes before 3 failures. The DC for this one is solid. It's a hard DC. It is going to be a DC 30. So 6 successes before 3 failures. Usual skill adventure rules apply. And I'm gonna kind of spoil the result. I'm gonna tell you what each failure is going to mean in this context. So if you guys get through no failures, you guys don't have to do the encounter in the skies. You guys are able to soar through this and make your way to the ground. A little battered, but not worse the wear. One failure? I've got a fun encounter for this, guys. I'm kind of hoping you guys get one failure.
I kind of want to fight whatever's out there.
I mean, me too, honestly.
2 failures, that encounter goes from that encounter gets bumped up a little bit from what it initially would be. 3 failures, you fail the whole thing. You have that encounter, that pretty tough encounter, and you're going to start with 3 awareness points due to your high-flying conflict in the skies.
I feel like we kind of want to get at least 1 failure just for the encounter.
We don't. We
like,
don't.
Not on purpose. Like,
We don't. No, we don't. We don't.
We are going.
Yeah, we try as hard as we can.
We don't.
Well, we're going to take our break there. Guys, think of what you all want to do for your skill challenge on this one. I encourage you guys to be flying through a storm, trying to keep your gliders right, trying to assist your pilots. Also, with the pungent smell, there may be attracting some things to you as well that you're going to have to fight off, kind of through the skill challenge too. We'll give a little bit more thorough description of that when we come back from break. But just kind of think of what you want to do. Be practically creative with how you want to utilize your skills there. Definitely you gotta have some fun with it, and then we'll see how it shakes up. But yeah, we'll be back 5 minutes. I think that's everything. Oh, also keep depending on how it goes to. Remember, your gliders do have their own AC and health. So let's do the glider stuff before we go to break too. So the gliders have 60 HP, 30 break threshold, or broken threshold, that's what it is, and then 20 AC. So with that, keep that in mind in case you get an encounter or could come up with the skill challenge too. And I also gave you guys a reaction. You'll see it in the Fessian glider block, which is in your vehicle section, called Take One for the Team. So you can use a reaction, either the pilot or the co-pilot, and you take a hit that was destined for the glider yourself. What that'll do though is it'll bump it up by 1 degree of success. So if they would have hit, it'll be a crit hit. If the roll would have missed, it'd be a hit. Kind of all that. You have to declare before they roll as well. So that one, you can also, I was a little generous for it. You could use it for saving throws as well. So if the saving throw would have targeted the glider, you can put yourself in the path of it. If it would target you and the glider, you still can, but there's no roll. It's automatically a crit fail for you taking that hit for the glider. Before we go, anybody have any questions on that? Sweet. So come back like 8:42 now. We'll say I'm gonna grab a beer. We'll get into this skill adventure. Welcome back, everyone, to part 2 of session 16. The crew right now is 2 miles above the lands of Kata. Winds blowing through, and they saw the formings of a chaos storm enveloping them. The winds are kind of battering their gliders. Bolts of kind of chaotic ichor bouncing through the clouds. This pungent, foul-smelling liquid pelting them and their gliders as they go through. And as this kind of just swirling maelstrom encompasses them, the brief moments they're able to see that the Adamantium Renegades, the Griffins, are all kind of having a smooth flight to the ground. But with that, though, the wind is blowing, the electricity is crackling between the gliders, this pungent-smelling liquid is falling upon you, and you start to hear the flapping of wings and cawing, and you start to see these crows and small birds kind of flying amidst the gliders, pecking at you all as you are trying to make your descent. You all, you need to make your way to the ground. You need 6 successes before 3 failures with a skill challenge. We already went through what each failure will entail for the crew. DC 30. What are you guys doing?
Praying.
Could I say that maybe before we left, Wisteria made some tweaks and adjustments to her glider to streamline its maneuverability and roll crafting for the skill check?
Yeah, sure.
Cool. I'll use the hero point on that.
You using your last hero point?
I have 3 because I'm taking notes.
You
And
guys sleep on the boat.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, I'm still using it though.
Nice.
Mysterious tweaks to her glider, effortless as you kind of soaring through this maelstrom of chaos that surrounded the Gavels, allowing the others to kind of follow your clear path and begin to make their way towards the ground. You've got 1 success, 0 failures. Who's next?
I'm trying to assess how much guidance would be helpful here, because guidance is meant for like a singular skill check. Does that work on like things that are happening over time?
Like, you wouldn't be able to get a bonus, but if you did want to try to utilize your magics to kind of help guide this troop through, you could try that.
Okay.
I had guidance for my nature check that you gave me. It said it goes for 10 more minutes.
You have heroism. Yeah.
Will last the whole time. I was just thinking maybe I could stack guidance on top of it, but now that I think about it, those are both status bonuses, so they wouldn't stack anyway. So I'm just gonna believe in Belric.
You know what I'm gonna do? Belric is gonna believe in himself and nature. So, as crazy as it sounds, he's just gonna like kind of like trust his natural instincts and kind of close his eyes and just like listen and feel, like hear like where the wind's coming from, where everything is, and he's just gonna like try and kind of like use all of his natural senses to kind of like maneuver and navigate. Maybe
He's
against
becoming one with red.
Becoming one with the fall.
Right. Give us the nature back there.
Lord. I like to think of Will being like, "What are you doing?"
Solid. You close your eyes, tuning out the chaos of the maelstrom around you, the crackling ichor like lightning, this pungent smell, and then you and Red just kind of soar through, just kind of avoiding the worst of the eddies of the winds, avoiding the worst of the crackling, lightning-esque chaotic beams, and just kind of continue following that path and just warming your way closer to the ground. You guys have 2 successes, 0 failures. What are y'all doing?
Okay. This is an internal debate in Jeet as well. If he prays to Nar for divine protection from this clearly divine storm, Jeet is unsure if Nar's protection will extend out to Will, Wisteria, and Mockery. So I want to make a religion check, but you can feel free to like give me any penalties based off of both like his own doubt and the fact that there are people here pledged to Shins.
and the way, and you can say if Jeet plays this way too, but yeah, you definitely wouldn't be able to encompass, especially Mockery, the one that truly, or actually Mockery and Wisteria. Mockery, who truly pledged himself, and Wisteria, who signed an infernal contract.
Yeah, thankfully they're on one glider.
They're on one glider, that makes it easier. But what you could do, though, is kind of pray for Nara's protection and try to be like a lightning rod a little bit. Kind of put yourself a little bit on the front lines, and hopefully things focus on you versus them, so they don't need Nara's protection.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so just religion then?
Yeah, just religion. Nice.
Dang.
16s. You
Holy
guys
cow.
see kind of through this dark, shadowy maelstrom of wind and energy, this burning fire as kind of Jeep swarms through his glider, maneuvering around, and almost like not quite the burning glow of the ship, but just the kind of divine fire of Nar almost encircling him as he makes his way down, earning you guys your third success, 0 failures, with only 3 more to go. Will, Mockery, what are you guys doing?
I'm wondering if I can perhaps use my knowledge of, like, because I know that I'm pretty sure this storm was conjured by the fiendish gods. I'm wondering if I could use my knowledge of like their typical like curses and other like plagues that they throw at mortals from time to time to advise Belric on the best way to avoid it.
So kind of like trying to feel out some of the kind of the occult magic they're throwing around and see kind of give them guys some best ways to dodge it.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. Give me a call roll.
Cool. I believe in myself. I don't think that's going to be enough. I could use a hero point, but that's already like there's a pretty decent chance of me just rolling lower. Like I already rolled a 12. I would need a really high number.
A 19.
To be able to beat this. Oh
19.
Yeah, 19.
Yeah, though.
Nah, never mind. I'm gonna save my hero point.
So you try to kind of recall the methods that the infernal gods use to torment their foes, but this is chaos magic. Shinzo, outside of explosions, Shinzo rarely does the same thing twice. He's just very fond of explosions. Everything is just chaotically swirling around you, making it difficult. But one of the things you hear as you are kind of descending, like these little birds, these crows, these small things have been kind of pecking at you, but in the distance you hear the cracking of deep wings. Wings that kind of sound like they could be propelling their own airship in the distance. So you guys are at 3 successes, 1 failure. Mockery, what are you doing for your round? And you may be on mute if you're talking.
Can he help Wisteria in making sure we are stealthed in this storm? Making sure that whatever influences may be are not able to lock onto us as well.
Definitely. So I will say you can definitely kind of make sure that you guys are staying hidden as you're making your way down in the storm. Probably not so much from the influences that are targeting you, but definitely from those on the ground that may be trying to, or that may be just kind of going about their day and seeing this storm pop up out of nowhere, kind of avoiding their notice.
All right. That'd be stealth, right?
Stealth, yep.
Roll. And that's another 5. I'm gonna use a hero point.
Hero pointed up. Oh, that's rough.
That's a 6.
Oh, shit.
I'm sorry, I tried.
You try to keep kind of guiding Wisteria through kind of the pockets of the storm where you think it may keep you out of notice, but you see some of these smaller birds pecking at you, and you hear like this rumbling call kind of echo out from the distance. Like you've heard Red call before, and Red's a big bird. Like Red's like a solid sized bird, but this call it puts Red's to shame. It sounds like Red's amplified by at least 10, as it just echoes out this just haunting, hungry call. As you get your second failure, with 3 successes, 2 failures, new round, what is the crew doing?
I'll see Mockery kind of get distracted in his efforts to guide me to stay stealthy, so I'll take that direction and try to on my own figure out the best ways to stay hidden and approach the ground in a way that we won't get spotted by anything that might be looking out for us.
Perfect. It's a new round, so you can't use stealth again.
I said you can or cannot?
You can. Yeah, so you didn't use it last time, and they used it this round, so you can't use it this round.
All right.
We're going to use a hero point there.
Don't have one.
Oh. Well, that is why we never say, I want to fail a check. I'm stealing that from Jeet, by the way. I'm reiterating this.
I did not mean the curse.
Oh, did it reroll or?
No, I don't have a hero point.
Okay, yeah. All right, yeah. For some reason, I did not realize that. Yeah. You all see, like, this call, the storm intensifies around you, this pungent odor, this fulfilling its chaotic god wishes, and almost at once, the storm dissipates. Like, almost in a horrible way, though. You see, like, this chaotic lightning, this kind of shadowy winds buffeting you at one moment and hiding you at one moment, and then it's gone. Clear blue skies, your shadows hanging once again on the ground, lower towards the city of Kata. But the thing that draws your eye, or the things that draw your eyes, is beelining towards you. You see this, probably the largest bird you've ever come across. You see its wings stretch out, the shadows it cast almost dwarfing the ground beneath it. It's got this almost pure white wings. Its eyes, though, have this piercing kind of red glow to them. Talons larger than some of your bodies, kind of on top of its clawed feet. Its beak looks like it could burst through stone. As it flaps its wings, you see the clouds shift. Birds beneath it, caught within its wake, are shuffled and tumbled towards the ground. You see a rook approaching you from the front. But you also see, from either side, hungry, snapping heads, kind of just lashing out. One dragon, one bird, one, the other one was, one something else. Go, snapping out for you. You see two chimeras approaching from either side. And for the Gavels, it's been a while, but I'll refresh. You guys have fought a chimera once before. One lone chimera during your entrance exam to your qualifying round for the tournament, the Fight for Peace. And you see two of them approaching you all as you are clutched in your gliders 500 feet above the air, or above the ground, making your way towards the land. And we're gonna get into a new fight. Luckily, you guys actually what order are your gliders in? How are you guys like arrayed, I should say?
I assume Jeet is a little bit ahead since he was trying to get people's attention, or get the attention of the god.
Perfect. So we'll throw you in the front. The other two, are you guys kind of flanking him or in line with him? What are you thinking?
Let's do the V formation, the flying V.
Flying V works. Perfect. Let me throw up the map. Oh, Belric, do you still want I've got Red next to Jeet because you said he was flying alongside him earlier, but you could have recalled him to you if you would have liked. You're on mute. Perfect. So you guys should be able to see the map I threw elevation in there just to keep it easy. I was looking for a mod, but then just somebody reminded me that you can actually just put words on there, which is probably easier than finding a mod. So with this, your guys' vehicles are currently controlled, thankfully. But if they're uncontrolled, they fall 60 feet per round. If they're even with them being controlled, being the nature of gliders to continuously descend, they will fall 30 feet per round. The birds around you, including red, seem to be matching that pace. But let me get everybody into initiative and roll this out. Oops. Oh, let me get rid of the gliders.
Since I was trying to stay hidden, although unsuccessfully, could I roll stealth for my initiative?
Unfortunately not. You are kind of in a big glider. It would be a really way for you to really hide from them at this point.
Gotcha. Oh yeah, because that's the one.
Can you hear me?
We can, yeah.
All right. Sorry about that. I don't know what's going on with my audio. I'll roll my initiative real quick.
As agreed, I gave Mockery Frightened too. Is that?
Oh my gosh.
It's his actual biggest fear, and the only times he's ever seen this before is in hallucinations that have made him flee.
Fair. You could I'll even give you a hero point if you want to do the frightened too, if you like.
I'll take it. It's characterful, and yeah. Oh, I get to battle. I get the battle cry. That's right. So I can demoralize something that's within 60 feet.
Nice.
Is anyone within 60?
Oh, I don't know. If
Oh,
you
the
are.
Chimera is, I think.
Perfect. If it's in 60 feet, give it.
Scheme of. It might be a little bit of both. I'm gonna go with assurance for a 29.
Assurance?
Yep, for 29.
29? Perfect. 29?
It's 10 plus the. Oh wait, sorry. Yeah, it doesn't add my any of those bonuses. My bad. So it's just the proficiency. So that's going to be plus 15, 25. My bad.
Perfect. That actually will work with the Chimera.
Heck
So
yeah.
how do you frighten it?
As Mockery sees the thing out of his actual nightmares approaching, he turns his head, sees the Chimera, and it's just a anguished, frustrated screech from him. Maybe it's better to call it a bay or a howl. And apologies to Wisteria, who is right next to that and gets that like right next to the ear.
Don't worry, I have my earplugs in.
Anticipated.
Perfect. You get frightened off with your initiative. The counter begins. Belric, you see flying around you these chimeras, this pretty dangerous looking rope. What do you do?
I can't. Can I move my glider closer to the huge bird, the rogue?
Yeah, you're the pilot, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so give me a piloting check. You can definitely. So we're using vehicle rules here as well. So your glider has 40-foot movement speed. Depending on how far you want to move, determines how many actions you need to spend. But you will need to give us a piloting check either way, or a nature piloting or acrobatics check either way.
Okay, well, I don't want to put us in a bad spot here, but are you you want to shoot this big bird. You can shoot these Chimera right now, but yeah, I mean, I think maybe I should just do the smart thing, and I'm gonna aim back at this Chimera behind me,
All right.
and I'm going to hunt prey. What is it? Sorry. I don't know how to use this crossbow now that I have it.
So you should just let you equip it and then take some shots with it.
Might need
Okay.
bolts.
No, I'm sorry, I have it. I was just on the encounter. Okay, so I'm gonna cast Hunt Prey on this Chimera in the back left, or I'm sorry, the back right. That'll be my first action, and then I'm gonna take 2 shots against it.
Perfect.
Targeted, and then
I think I would actually like to use Shadow Projectile on the first attack.
Doesn't have to hit?
I think it's before they make the attack.
Okay, is it?
Because it can inflict off guard on the attack, so it has to go before. It won't let me do it for some reason.
Seems pretty steep cost for what, 3rd rank spell?
Well, if they fail to save, more stuff happens than just being off guard.
Oh, got it.
okay. We should hit this. Really, you gotta hit this, boys.
Oof. Okay.
Hold on.
Still off guard to the trigger and attack.
All right, so that's gonna hit.
Perfect. That's your short bow, but it should have like the same bonuses. Just roll the damage from your crossbow.
Yeah.
And is there any chance that an additional -2 to its AC would have made that a crit?
Oh, I put the off guard on the wrong one. I don't believe so, but let me verify. No.
Okay.
Hold on. I don't know that would have hit the same. My striking for repeating crossbows +6. Am I?
Oh no, it should still be like your regular.
Okay. I don't know, dude. Something's might be wrong then. But that's my second shot.
Oh, you got a repeating crossbow. I think those are advanced, or because I had to do something special to be able to get proficiency with it. They're wait, what's the word? Is that uncommon advanced weapons, so you don't automatically get proficiency in them, I think.
Oh,
Okay. Well, my first one may have hit. We'll just call it a hit, and then we'll see the second one does it, and then from there, I want to. Those are 2 of my actions. I just want to like fly a little bit to the. I just want to get away from us a little bit.
makes sense.
I just
'cause
want to. Yeah, I want to move us away. So I'm just gonna try and go like. I don't know. Yeah, like 30 feet over here.
Perfect. And you should be able to move the gliders, I think.
I think I probably can.
We'll have to move with you, but perfect. So
Do I need to do a nature check or anything for
you
that?
do. DC 26.
Oh shit. Okay. All right.
Solid. Crush that. Able to catch the wind and kind of just maneuver yourself away, getting some space from you and your crew as this battle commences above the skies. Wisteria, you are up.
Okay. Let's see. Mockery, do you want us to start moving towards melee range, or should we let them come to us?
Mockery has this horrified look on his face.
Look, I need you to focus. This is not going to be an easy fight.
Let them come to us. Let them come to us.
Okay. We can do this. All right. They're going to target the frightened. Actually, no, before I do that, I'm going to mark the rock as my person of interest as my first action. Second action will be to target the frightened chimera. Because we fought these before, I'm going to use Analyze Weakness. And then third action will be a strike with the hand crossbow. Wait, I think hold on. So I am just now realizing I took a thing that gives me proficiency with one advanced weapon and I picked repeating crossbow. But I don't think that applies to hand crossbow, the repeating hand crossbow also.
It wouldn't. What I'll do for you and Belric is you guys won't get your full proficiency with it, but you can be, because you guys are experts probably now. We'll say trained with a -1 circumstance penalty for your shots with it.
Okay. So let's see. So trained would add my level +2 and then minus.
Basically, a level +1 on this one.
Right. All right. So I'll just add a 10 bonus. That's
Well, Wisteria is doing that too. Belric, did you want to move red? You get a free move with them.
I do, don't I?
Yeah.
Feel bad. Yeah, Red's
Yo.
just
Right, the big bird by
Red's bolting, bro. What's going on over here?
Yeah, I feel like Wisteria. I mean, I can leave that
By
roll
60.
as a miss, but I feel like Wisteria would have gotten like a normal hand crossbow, which means I need to spend actions to reload it. But she would probably do that rather than try to use a weapon she's not familiar with. So I can swap that out while other people are taking their turns if you're okay with that, or.
I don't think you'd be able to reload it though, unless you. Well, you could reload it, but you would go uncontrolled while you're
Right,
reloading.
that's true. Okay, I'll just stick with what we have.
Is there any way Mockery could reload it for her?
Because
We're in trouble. We're in trouble. This is trouble.
Right now.
Yeah, Mockery has the gauntlet, but I don't think that counts as a weapon.
It doesn't. So if you just have the gauntlet in your hand, you got 2 hands free.
Okay, so then if I swap out for a normal hand crossbow, Mockery will be able to reload it for me. Is that something you're okay with, Mockery?
Absolutely, Mockery. Mockery right here is playing support.
Okay, I'll take care of that and have it ready for my next turn.
Perfect. The rock is up. It is going to. You see this thing billow its wings. It is going to do flying strafe. You see it just start darting out, wings extended as it starts to maneuver towards you all. It is going to take a shot at Red as it goes, lashing out with a talon. And it is going to get near Jeet, lashing out with a talon as well.
Okay.
We're in trouble, you guys.
That one will miss. It'll still it's It's going to give you one more attack. Why not? As you see its wings flare as it tries to smash you with its wing.
Why did the very first image that came to my mind is, oh, Judah's going to grapple and ride the rock to the ground.
Okay, yes.
Okay.
That continuing to be a badass. Yes.
I mean, an attempt will be made.
Give that old college try. All right. One of the chimeras advances quickly, pursuing Belric and Will. You see it rear back its head, and you see the kind of its lion head snapping, its goat head snapping, but the dragon head rears back. You see fire building, or this arcane energy building in its maw, and it leans back and unleashes it. Oh, so it's a. Why did it come out with like 4 different things?
I also need the rock to have done a talon attack on Red. He hit his first
Oh,
attack.
I forgot the damage. You're right. Thank you. I'll throw that in. Take a hero point for keeping me honest there. And you guys take that primal one with a DC 26 reflex save. I don't know why I posted like all of them.
All right, so which one of you is using a reaction to cover for the glider?
Yeah, so remember, you guys do have to take one for the team. It does change the damage into a crit. It does change it to a crit fail, which would be double damage. So I'll let you guys decide that amongst yourselves. And then Red takes 23 damage from the slash. It's a real world already, so Belric, if you do want to protect it, that would be you.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it. I'll use that reflex. Take one for the team here.
I don't know why. There we go. Oh, that's gonna hurt. All right,
It hurt.
Belric, how do you like heroically put yourself in the way of this fire damage that would have just like burned into your ship?
So I'm feeling like I'm at the front of the glider, and yeah, like I'm like trying to like I pull up the glider and just like kind of go like belly first into whatever fire's coming at me. I just like try to absorb as much of it as possible, protecting Will and the integrity of the glider, and taking that's 68 damage. That's double damage.
So that'd be 68. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well,
So
great.
you guys see Belric pull off this amazing maneuver that keeps the glider safe from this fire as the Chimera hurtles at you. But Belric is definitely looking a little hurt from the blast. Mockery, you are up.
Okay. Can Mockery load the
Wait, I
crossbow
don't
for
see
Wisteria?
Belric's roll.
Oh no, he whenever it's a one that would target both the glider and the person for the saving
Oh,
throw.
it's auto crit fail.
Auto
Okay.
crit fail, yeah. Perfect. And Mockery, unless you're keeping it on, one of your friends would probably fade by now, I think.
I believe it's after the turn, or is that the
Oh
start?
yeah, this is the first round. Yeah, so this will be
Yep.
after
So
the-
Mockery is going to use. Is it one action to load the Wisteria's crossbow?
yes, one action.
One action for that. Then he is going to. Let's see here. If I can get this to work here for a second. Dread Martial Stance. Going to use Assurance for that. Yep, so Dread Martial is up. And lastly here, he is going to use the aid action for specifically Wisteria in hitting. Actually, wait. The Chimera isn't frightened anymore, is it? Or is it still...
The one you frightened is.
Yeah, but once it gets to its turn, that's going to disappear. I guess Mockery's trying to frighten the rock.
The frightened Mockery frightening the rock.
Yes, despite his genuine terror, he sees that thing getting close to the Gavels, what's basically his family, and despite the dread that's welling within him, there is a sheer, almost infernal glint that burns in his eyes. That this thing, unlike all of those hallucinations from before, will not take them from him. So he will meet its eyes. Well, it was almost a shriek of anguish and terror towards the Chimera. This is a stare down.
Solid.
30.
You look into its eyes and you see its predatory gaze. No fear. All right. Anything else you can do, Mockery?
Nope, that's all 3 actions. I had to think for a second because that's 1 action to reload, 1 action to Dread Marshal, and the last 2 demoralize. So that's Mockery.
Perfect. G, you're up.
He starts, his muttering grows into yelling as he just starts yelling at the rock. You little infernal gift. This was supposed to be a seamless mission. His one hand leaves the glider as he tilts it to the side and like lunges towards the rock. It wasn't supposed to go like this. And the camera sees Jeet's hand on the glider like double in size as he uses the size changing rune to become large, which in combination with Titan Wrestler will allow him to try to grapple the rock.
All right.
Yes.
So
Wait, before you roll, I'm gonna give you advantage.
oh, thank you. We'll need that. So let's see. Where is it? Targeted it. I'll just roll twice. Grapple the 1. And that's a success, but we'll just try again just in case. Yes, okay, awesome.
Nice.
Wow. Nice.
So I think at this point, one hand is grappling, holding onto the glider. One hand is holding onto the rock, immobilizing it. And with no free hand, I will kick the rock, which is an unarmed attack, not a fist. So I think that's a D4.
Oh yeah, because your thing is only like the fist for your cleric.
Yeah.
Okay, yep, all right.
So that's going to be. Actually, let me just quickly make sure that there isn't anything at all that I could do. Oh, there is, but
It's just double 2d4 because your thing bumps unarmed attack, so kick is still an unarmed attack.
Yeah. So I'm just looking to see if there's any non-strike option at all. And there's one very funny one, but I don't trust my chances on that one. So I'll keep it grabbed for now, and I will try to do that. Okay, all right, yeah, we'll take this.
Holy cow.
Nice. Gee, how does that all look? And you get a bonus to damage for being big too?
Yes, thank you. I didn't put the large spell on myself. I should put that because it also makes me clumsy one, which is important. And large. I think it's a +2.
Perfect.
Large spell effect. Oh, there you go. Yeah. So now Jeet and the glider are about the same size. We have him just like pushing one wing, just trying to like tuck it under the rocks because he can't fully tuck the whole wing. So he's just like finding that part where the wing meets the body and just like pushing it in, preventing it from flying, just keeping its hold while clutching its feathers with his fist. And then as like both those things start falling away from each other, he just like pulls himself towards one and then kicks the rock as he does so. That's his turn.
Damn.
You hear the rock screeching. It has never had something grab it before. It is just cawing and screeching with this just... It's probably hurting your ears. It's probably a point of pride while still hurting your ears as you grapple this large bird, and it is just kind of wrestling against you. Will, you are up.
Can we just take a moment longer to appreciate
Yes.
what just happened?
Yes. Yes.
Grappler of giants, of dragon turtles, from the land to the sea to the,
The
damn
land to the sea.
sky.
Oh no.
I think the only thing Jeet hasn't been able to grapple yet, and you guys probably get another chance, is a dragon. The dragon evaded his grapple that one time, and with your new ship, which is going to be badass, will probably attract some dragons.
All right. Great. I'm thinking it might be better for Will to take over piloting this and let
I think you might be right.
let you take over. I mean, sorry, we'll let you start using your bow.
Yeah.
Can how do that?
Definitely. So I'll say Belric can let go for a free action, but you will have to use the take control action to take control of the ship.
Gotcha. I can do that. All right. So first thing I'm gonna do.
That's going to require a roll too.
Okay. First thing I'm gonna do before I do anything else is I'm gonna heal Belric a little bit, just a little bit.
Nice.
I know this is gonna be a long adventuring day, so I'm not gonna pour out all my highest stuff just yet, but I will give you. Let's do a rank 2 heal to start off with. Target Belric. Cast rank 2 heal. All right. There we go.
Hell yes, dude. Huge.
So I just like reach out, touch Belric, just let me take over. Use your bow, and then I'm going to use my final action to try to take control of this vehicle. Is there an action like in the basic thingy?
I don't think so. So you can just make a your choice of acrobatics or nature check.
All right, I'm gonna use acrobatics. They're the same number for me.
Oh, okay.
But I feel like Will is more acrobatic than he knows about nature. That's not good, but I would rather be uncontrolled and have Belric be able to use both his hands.
Yeah.
Oh,
Solid.
Oh, nice, dude.
Well, how does that look for you as you get that kind of the divine healing and get control of the glider?
I'm just gonna sort of crawl forward on this thing, grab onto the handles, and just use your bow. I'll take care of this, and then I'm going to start trying to angle this thing to start heading towards G. I obviously can't do that in this turn because I used 3 actions already. But next turn, I will begin moving closer to the rest of the team because I am just out of range of doing most of my spells.
Oh, sorry.
But that'll be my turn. No, you're
I
good.
didn't even think about that when I took us away.
No, you're
fault.
good. You're good. Yep, that'll be my turn.
Shit.
Perfect. The other chimera is up. You see it floating towards Mockery and Wisteria. You see it also rear its head back. The dragon head squirting fire as the leash torrent towards you all. Was anyone taking one for the team?
I already used my reaction.
Oh, you did. Mockery?
So let me look over this.
So this is a cone attack that would hit the glider and you. So this would be you crit failing it.
I think if Belric hadn't done it, theirs would have become broken.
Yes, it
Based
would
on
have
the damage
done
roll.
38
That might have been
damage.
a high damage roll for it.
Yeah, gonna take it. Gonna take one for the team.
Perfect. Wisteria, give me a reflex saving throw. Mockery. The fires burst out amongst you. And you take 52 fire damage. I think you've got something that resists fire, so might as well be
Luckily, yes. So,
nice. Wisteria is able to nimbly dodge within the saddle of this hang glider, avoiding the fire damage. And Mockery, how do you heroically put yourself in the way?
So he'd basically rotate his body so the fire is hitting his back, and he can keep a good eye on the battlefield that's going on, as he's just kind of half roasted. So his tail would kind of snap out, trying to hold on to the glider, and just keep himself between the fire and the rest of the crew.
Nice. You guys are able to keep your ships in control. You start to see the ground getting ever closer, but luckily at a very steady pace. As we get into round 2, you all fall 30 feet with your gliders. Belric, you are up. You're no longer steering the ship, so you could definitely switch to what are your bows if you'd like to?
Yeah, so I'll use an action to bring out my flaming short bow. My second action will be to do a my double shot on my hunted prey, which is the chimera.
Perfect.
And I'm actually going to use I've got some ammunition, fire out. I've got some NARS fire elemental ammunition that I've gotten crafted a ways back.
Perfect.
Kind of forgot about. So, this will be my first shot.
Nice.
Sweet. Holy shit.
Solid, yeah.
This is going to be my second shot.
Still hits.
Perfect. And then I'm going to command my animal, and I'm going to command Red to come up on Rock. He's going to move. I don't know if that's flanking or what, but at any rate, he
I
is.
think the one over, you should be flanking. Actually,
Oh,
both
here?
one over will certainly be flanking. Oh,
It's
way
grappled,
over.
so it doesn't matter either way.
Oh, it doesn't
Here?
matter. Yeah, that's because straight line there for sure.
Okay, perfect. All right. So Red will target, and he is going to Talons. I don't really know how to dictate if I'm I'm sorry, like what is it called when I'm behind him? I just said
Oh, if you target him, it'll make sure that the flank.
okay. Like thank you. Thanks.
Well, weird. That's why I put the off guard in there. So yeah. So unfortunately, it's not able to pierce through, but he is able to get into flanking just in case Jeet loses his grip on him.
Perfect. That's my turn.
All right. Wisteria, you're up.
All right, first thing, actually I could have done this last turn, but I forgot. I'm going to devise a stratagem on the rock.
All right.
Not going to attack the rock. I'm going to, let's see, target the chimera that Belric hit.
Quick question: devising a stratagem, does that give you a free recall knowledge?
Yes, that's what I'm doing now.
Oh, my bad.
He doesn't have to do it on the creature he devises a stratagem on.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to recall knowledge on that chimera. And let me know if I crit, I get like bonus damage and stuff.
It's off guard to you, no crit. You can ask one question.
Let's see, because we saw that breath weapon has a recharge. Does it have any special abilities to be worried about besides the breath weapon we already saw and like claws and bites and stuff?
It does have reactive strike.
Okay. Good to know. So I'll tell the team if you get close to them, stay close. Then I will use an analyze weakness and then shoot the crossbow that Mockery graciously reloaded for me. Alright, so I'm going to off guard. That was a 2 and then a 3. 2 from the okay. And then third action. Mockery, do you want to try to get into melee now? Otherwise, I can reload now. And no, I can't reload because I don't have a hand for it.
Mockery looks to Hysteria. No words, just it's clear. No, he does not want to get into melee.
Okay. I would have to, if I wanted to battle medicine Mockery, I would have to stow the crossbow and pull out the healer's kit.
You would.
Okay. So I'm gonna. No, I wouldn't be able to throw that next turn. Mockery, your hands are free right now, completely?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna hand you my crossbow to reload. And then, so that next turn I can do a battle medicine on you.
Perfect. All right. The rock grappled by giant Jeet is just. It's never been in this position before, and it clearly shows the fury this thing is calling out. It almost is like recklessly attacking, just like all pure fury in its eyes. You see it is going to strike out Jeet first at you with its beak. You see it kind of hammer in, trying to crack the shell of your armor, but luckily your armor proves to be too tough. You see it just call again. It is going to slash one more time at you with its talons, and it's going to use its last hit to wipe out at you with its wings, targeting your glider.
Ooh. I'll let the glider take it.
Alright.
I will be using my reaction to soften the blow.
So Jeet, you will take 46. The glider will take 21 damage as one of the wings cuts into it.
Okay. How much am I taking? I'm taking 46. Ooh, if I want to use Enduring Might, that's a manipulate when I have to let something go. So, I will trust in my teammates and just take the whole damage.
Okay. Yeah, you see it kind of cutting into your armor, cutting into your glider. Luckily, the glider is still handling it pretty well at the moment, still flying well as you see rivets and cuts appear along its frame, but still handling all right.
How far are we from our landing area?
470 feet.
What does that equate to?
Oh, like horizontally as well, right?
Oh, yeah, you guys are pretty much right above it at the moment.
Okay. Oh, okay. So it's not like if I fell that I would be completely separated for the rest of the adventure.
No,
right?
yeah. So if you fell, you'd still be with the crew.
Okay. I'll let go of the glider and use the reaction to reduce the damage.
Perfect. Because you've got I forget what it's called now, but feather fall.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
Yep.
Because for anybody else, this is if you fall at this point, it is 235 damage.
But I better make sure I have my reaction.
That is death.
Cool. Yeah, so I'll just reduce that damage by 14.
Perfect. All right, that's the roll. Chimera is up.
So does that mean the glider like falls away and you just have to hold on to the giant bird for the rest of the encounter?
That's a good point. I should have mentioned that. Yeah, as you like let go of the glider, it starts spinning around. You start to see it lazily kind of circling, almost like the old like kind of airplane cartoon thing where it's kind of slowly circling and comes crashing to the ground. Jeet's doing this without a safety net. Or with a magical safety net, we'll call it. But the Chimera is up. It is going to use an action to get closer to the crew, and it is going to unleash its Druk.
Sorry, I have to bring this up. If it doesn't use one of its action to fly, I believe it starts falling. The rock.
Oh, good point. Yeah, so it is. You guys are starting to tumble to the ground a little bit. You all
I don't know why this. Why do I feel like we're going to? I know we're not going to tame the rock, but my first thought is, okay, there's now a rock of Nar soon to be in this world.
So let me roll that through. Typically, you guys would hit the ground at this point, but for this time, roll me a d10, G. We're going to times this by 5.
Okay.
So you all are 40 feet below the rest of the crew as this thing is swirling, kind of grappled in your midst, slashing out at you with its claws, and you guys are falling.
Unfortunately, that means I am no longer really able to go get closer and cast spells on you.
You're on your own, brother.
All right.
You do have one of those little, little alchemy things. Not much.
Oh, sure. You don't have to worry about your hands now. You got one free hand at least. This makes a 3-headed strike. So it is going to target each of you and the glider. So first hit will. You see the dragon head snaps out towards you, just this fire eking off of its skin. Crit. All right. Second
I'm
hit.
gonna die in this encounter.
You see the goat horns come smashing towards you.
It just hit me. If we go down, don't we fall off the glider?
You guys are strapped in for that piece. So luckily you if you go down, the glider will still hold you, but if the pilot goes down, it's uncontrollable.
Yeah. Oh.
And I should say, is anybody using the reaction to take one for the team here before I roll out this one?
I'm going down, so I cannot.
Oh, all right. Belric. Are you taking one for the team? Or just letting that hit the glider? Oh, you're on mute, I think.
Check.
Yep.
Well, what should I do here? Should I think I should take one for the team? I do have a reaction.
Man, I don't know. I don't know how much damage you can take. I know I am already now. So, quick question: this damage that you just rolled, is that already doubled from the crit?
Yeah, it's already doubled.
Okay. I'm unconscious.
All right, yeah, I'll take one for the team.
All right. So this will be a crit.
Great, dude. Great.
So you see as like the lion jaws snatch out, the goat horns smash in, as this thing just starts snapping at you all. Belric once again heroically puts himself in the way, but you do see the dragon jaws clamp onto Will, biting into him, and you see the man go unconscious.
So that is that double? Sorry.
Oh no, because I think I already rolled crit for you, so you're good
Okay.
there. I did the thing again. So it takes 4 fire damage due to the persistent burning. And then Mockery, you are up.
Okay. Action. Reload. Another action. We are going to... He's gonna look to Wisteria and say, I made a mistake. We need to get to Jeet right now.
Okay.
And let's see here.
Are you offering to drive or?
He shakes his head. Next action is going to be a... What's a good skill check to help with a aid to like pilot us down faster, if that's possible to aid?
You kind of use like nature, kind of seeing kind of the winds are kind of right for that side. You could do maybe survival for aid as well.
Yeah. You know what? It'll be a no, that's so 1 in 4 chance. Yeah, I'm gonna not do the aid because if I crit fail that, it's actually a minus. So he's gonna take a shot at the Chimera.
Take a shot. Use your new gauntlet bow.
Yep.
How does that look to you on Mockery's armor?
So he extends his hand out, and as he does, a little crossbow will pop out with some insignias he's already burnt into there, and some bits of horn that either have grown as a part of it, or Mockery just decorated it with his own horn, one or the other, and clearly has the infernal sigils on there. So, let me put the ammo in there. There we go. And I don't believe I've rolled above a 10 this session.
Oof. Yeah, you see as the winds buffet your arrow, first shot just goes awry.
Got it. And last thing Mockery will do is he's going to use an item here, and he is going to use the Lover's Gloves, which is a 1-action manipulate, and he's going to do that for Wisteria.
Yes.
Hold on.
And I have a hand free to grab your hand, so.
Hold on. These white silk gloves are adorned in red hearts that glow faintly whenever you are adjacent to someone you feel particularly strongly towards. They buoy your spirit. Okay. I wanna hear that.
I feel like they'd always be glowing next to Wisteria.
Yeah. Perfect. You able to grasp Wisteria's hand, give some energy into her, as you see that your comrades in the other ship are struggling quite a bit. Jeet, you are currently on top of this rope. I assume one of your actions is to keep it grappled, but what are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah. Either a double grab. Okay, so let's do it this way. First up, we will just blaze up with Nara's fire and heal a little bit.
All right.
So 1 action heal on myself. Healing. Oh, that's
solid.
Too high. Oh wow, that's a really good roll. Unbelievable. Okay, good. Second action to athletic rush. And then third action for many, many marbles is maintain the grapple. So, let's see. Pop up. Basic action macros. Once more. Okay.
Nice. You're able. How does that look as you like do all that?
Now he's just hanging on. Yeah, he's like, oh, I lied. It can get worse than a collider. As he's just clawing through, just grabbing bunches of feathers of this creature and trying to position himself like right behind it in the riding position. And even though he can't get there, he is using his full body, like his hands up top and then legs wrapped around the barrel of this torso of this creature, and again just holding one of its wings down so it can't quite fly. So that's it right now.
Nice. Perfect. The Chimera is up. It is going to spend an action to get closer to Mockery and Wisteria, and you see once again 3-head strike. It is going to target who's on the left. Wisteria first, Mockery second, and the Glider third. So Wisteria.
Holy cow, dude.
I'm rolling a little higher than I'd like to today.
We are in trouble.
Please give me some of those rolls.
And then the Glider. I think you both have your reactions. Is anybody using take one for the team?
That's gonna be Mockery again.
All right. Hey. That goes from a miss to a hit, unfortunately, but still better than a crit.
Take it. Yep, take it.
So Wisteria's damage first, and then Mockery's second. As you see this creature coming in, flying towards you, its wings angling through the winds, all 3 heads snapping. Mockery, you're able to heroically put yourself in the way between it and the Glider, your gloves still glowing as you try to fight through and stay alive with this. Round 3. So, the elevation is going to go down by 30 for some of the crew. For Belric and Will, it's going to go down 60, because Will's unconscious at the moment, and that ship is uncontrolled. So, with that, Belric, you are up. You all are 30 feet below. Well, actually, you guys are about the same spot as Jeet, about 10 feet above him. So, you can look closer to Jeet, which can help you there. But I'm actually going to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back.
Sure. Okay. Well, I'm gonna give you a health potion. I think. Is that something I can do?
Actually, don't remember. Probably. But I think if you can do that, you could do battle medicine with 1 fewer action, right?
Yes. Jeet.
If I am still alive after this fight by some miracle, I have health potions on me as well that I can use without having to use up too many of my spell slots. But
Yeah, I think go for the battle medicine attempt, and if that doesn't work, you will still have 2 actions to try for it.
All right, so I'm going to begin my turn by attempting battle medicine and treating wounds.
Perfect.
Oh,
What
by the
tier?
way,
Oops.
oh, nice.
Right.
And people don't have to come help me out. Like, if you can shoot the rock, that's one thing. But if it's just the rock and myself, I'll manage. Don't worry about me.
mm-hmm. I'm more concerned about getting rid of the Chimera that's on us.
Yeah.
I'm awake.
All right, he's awake. So Tegan, is the Chimera with us right now? Like,
Is it still
I
in
know
melee
we-
range?
It's actually about
Well-
30 feet above you.
30 feet above us.
Sweet, so you can shoot it without having to worry about bad
Right.
things happening to you.
All right. So first action was doing that battle medicine. Second action is going to be sorry.
Before you shoot, are you going to try to regain control of the ship? If it is uncontrolled, you will have a -2 penalty to attacks.
Hmm.
But you can't even attack with the longbow if you're controlling the ship.
Yeah, that's a good point. No, I'm not. I don't. Dude. I'm good enough with a bow. I don't need that shit.
Let me worry about it. You're so heroic.
Will's
Yeah.
got this again, so yeah, Will's got.
I'm not gonna regain control of that thing.
All right, give us a -2.
All right. First shot. Let me add my -2.
Do you have any hero points?
Do, and I'm gonna use it. I have 2 actually, because I got 1 for being a good boy and saying that I should have got hit. For God's sakes! All right. Well, here's my second shot.
Good shot. There you go.
There we go.
That was the first little bit of crit, probably. All right. This creature is looking rough. It looks like a
Sorry, go ahead.
decent shot may take it down.
All right. Well, might as well.
You got
I guess-
red?
I guess-
Yeah.
I know. I guess I can just. I guess I don't know why I don't always do this. So my first action was heal. Second action was those 2 shots. Third action, I'm gonna take a shot. This is -2.
Well, the reason you don't always do this is because now you have a -10 to the shot, don't you?
12.
Yeah.
On your third attack, you have a -10, which makes you really unlikely to hit.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So and then, but I'd always get my free action for.
You do.
Red
You have one
for my
free.
pet. Yeah. So I missed that shot. It went flaring somewhere, but then red is going to take a jaws strike at the rock. So target rock.
Fortunately, the rock now is. Was it 40 feet below? I cannot read that.
Son of a gun. You're right.
But you can use that to get. Oh, yeah, 40 feet below, but red can catch back up with them and get flanking with Jeet, or just in case Jeet decides to let go for some reason.
Red's gonna go down on their level.
Perfect. All right. Wisteria, you are up. And that chimera does. I mean, it looks like a solid hit should take it down. But Wisteria, what are you doing?
All right. First, devise a stratagem on the rock. It's not a bad roll.
Do we know their lowest save already?
No.
Yeah, you guys don't know anything on the rock.
No, I haven't recalled knowledge on the rock because I haven't needed off guard for it. It's been grappled. I'm going to, for Will's sake, recall knowledge on the Chimera again to try to learn its weakest save.
Perfect. It is off guard.
Okay.
We
And
can
what's
save Will.
there you go. Okay, do I try to finish off? Oh, it's off guard. So, or do I keep that 16? That'll probably hit the rock.
The 16 might crit the rock.
That's the thing. All right, so first action will be let's see what we can do. I'm gonna take the crossbow back from Mockery. Second action will be to the Chimera. Oh, but if I can kill the Will, do you think you can take out the Chimera before your turn, or should I try to?
I can try. I have a few damage options I can do on it.
So then, second action will be analyze weakness on the rock, and third action will be a strike. with
Nice.
the crossbow. Not quite a crit, but still pretty good damage. Because I do get martial stance too. And that's my turn. Oh, and actually, I'm gonna make it enfeebled with debilitating strike. Can I? No, I want to send it to the chat. There we go. Oh, that didn't.
Perfect.
There it is. Okay.
So which one are you doing?
Being enfeebled.
Oh, the people. Perfect.
Yeah.
All right. Sweet. That is the rock's turn. It is going to spend one of its actions to keep itself flying. This has it. This is locked up with. Actually, yeah, it's gonna try it. It is going to try to escape.
Oh no.
No,
Does
that's fine. I wanted to use of its highest attack on.
Does Red get to do anything here as a result?
Hold on. If it escapes, that means Jeet's free flying.
It is.
How big is?
I forgot to target your thing. How does a 36 fare?
Oh, it's
Probably pretty.
It's good. It's good. Yeah. It's escaped.
Yeah. So you see it
Success.
flex its wings, and G, you are thrown off of this creature. I think you have a reaction still, right? You do. All right.
Yes.
So you are thrown off of the creature. It sees you starting to fall. It is going to turn its attention to Red. Last action, beak attack strike on Red.
Yikes!
Right, and that's with the -5, right? Multi attack.
Did I hit the -5? No, I didn't. So the -5 from that with a 36 still crit.
Nope. He 27 AC.
Nice. That's good. Well, I didn't crit. Yeah, so you see it smash its beak into Red, drawing blood, and you see Jeet begin to tumble into the sky below. Falling will take place on his turn. Will, you are up.
All right. Will is gonna like just I think his hands were like still like draped on the controls of this thing, and he's just gonna like stand up. Just I'm gonna turn back to the chimera above us, like look up at it, and I am going to cast a spell on the dang thing. Targeting that bad boy. I am going to say to it in Rashanael's voice, "Even beasts should fear us." And I'm going to cast Agonizing Despair on this creature.
Perfect. And you don't have to worry about standing up, but you do have to worry about taking control of the ship. Or depending on how you feel, you don't have to worry about that either.
I'm going to worry about that after I cast a spell.
Yeah. It'll fail. So how does that spell look as you take this creature out?
Oh, sweet. I'm going to say that this creature is just absolutely terrified of us, and so all of a sudden, like, just has never known fear like this, and just flies away, absolutely terrified.
You see it start to fly. Unfortunately, the spell is lethal, so you do see.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, you do see the creature
it is lethal.
try to fly away, blood running from its nose, and then crash into the ground.
All right. And then with my last action, I'm gonna like look over at Belric, like, I hate this, and I'm gonna try to regain control of the vehicle.
Perfect.
And it's only at that moment that I realize, like, I look around enough to realize that Jeet has been thrown from the rock, and like, oh shit! And I'm like, gonna start trying to like do something about it. But yeah, what do I need to roll again? Just
whatever you're rolling with.
Pragmatic or nature.
Do you want advantage on this?
I would love it. I'm very unlikely to succeed.
Okay.
Is there a? I can add like a fortune thing to it, right? I'm just gonna roll it twice. It's whatever. I believe myself. Oh wait.
Oh, oof.
I did add the fortune thing. Unfortunately, I failed either way, I think.
Oh,
Yeah, you try to bring it in, but like when you lost consciousness, the wind started buffeting it, and it's just still uncontrolled, just sinking further and further.
Oh, fuck.
It's fine. It's fine. I got this.
Fine.
It's a -2. You just made an attack with a -10 and didn't care about it. So
Mockery, you
So, with Jeet being thrown off the rock, Mockery is terrified. And bluntly said he's going to start shooting at the rock.
No, save
Ramon-
yourself.
Didn't Jeet tell us that to not be
Yes.
concerned if you were to... Okay, so we're
He
not like...
said that, but
Well,
at the
obviously
same
we're all
time-
concerned to see that, but like also I think in the back of our heads we're like, he's not gonna die, right?
In the back of most people's heads, perhaps in the back of Mockery's head, he is watching, oh no, this man is in full plate plummeting to his death. He trusts Jeet, but he does not know if this was truly part of the
Yes.
plan.
You're not
So
wrong.
we're going to Death Gaze, and we are going to Gauntlet attack.
All right.
And Death Gaze is not an attack, so I'm going to use a. I think I'll save my my hero point actually.
Yeah, that was rough.
Damn.
You see one of the arrows fly by the creature, its massive wings and gusts buffeting it away, and then you lock eyes with it again, and it locks eyes back, and it's completely unaffected by your death gaze. That's all three. Jeet, are you using the reaction before your turn?
Yes.
Or what? Okay.
So like whenever the falling begins. So
Alright.
would that be like before my turn? Could I use it?
Oh,
So I
it doesn't
can-
be at your turn, so you could use it. You can definitely use it before you get your reaction for this round. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yes. Yeah. So then G tries to spread his wings like he has once before the dragon wings, but it's not a proper spell. It's just like a rushed casting. So instead, where did it go? Hold on. Oh, there it is. The druid multi-class. So their wings come out like rigid, kind of like the gliders, and then he starts falling. So he falls. This is like, I think at the start of his turn now, he goes, 60 feet down?
60 more feet. So you were at 390 before, you were at 360 or 330 now.
Okay. So like 60 below the rock, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I'm so sorry to everyone here because this is what I should have done first. I totally forgot about the spells in my staff. One action to draw out his staff. Free action to yell. Do you think I can't grapple you from down here? And then 2 actions to cast. Oh, wait. Hold on. No, I can. It says I can't cast it, but I'll just send it. 2 actions to cast Earthbind from the staff.
All right.
This is all 3 of my staff's charges now. Yeah. So I can only do this once.
Perfect. What's the fortitude save? All right. Oh.
Okay. Fair is fair. You see this like giant Jeet hand goes up to grab the creature, but I think it's very tired of my hands grabbing at it now.
Oh my gosh!
You see it kind of just wings buffeting back the magic, rage upon its face.
All right, that's my turn.
It's all 3. All right. The lone chimera is up. Going to use one of its actions to keep itself floating. Dragon's breath is not back yet, so yeah, it's going to use 3-headed strike upon you. It's the same order as before: Wisteria, Mockery, and then the glider itself. So Wisteria, Mockery. Anybody being heroic here?
Don't have a reaction.
Mockery will.
All right. Mockery, you see the lion jaws snap towards you.
Damn, that's a crit.
All right, so lion jaws. Luckily, the goat horns missed you, but the dragon jaws did hit Wisteria. So 46 as the lion jaws kind of rip across part of your flesh and armor, and then Wisteria 23 as you feel the dragon bite into you. All right, Beric, you are up.
What are we near, Will?
Oh, actually, sorry. Let me do some math here first. So, Wisteria, you and Mockery, the only controlled ships, are at 400 feet. Belric, you guys are down to 310 feet. And G, you are on the ground. Or no, you did the thing. So you're 60 feet below the rock.
Yeah.
So where's the rock? Where's the rock?
40 feet below you guys.
All right, so he's
No, just 10 feet below you guys now because he controls himself.
Could use some help over here if you're able.
Well, you guys are 90 feet above me, so I think I could actually do some stuff. Right? I can move my hunted prey onto the Chimera up there.
Yeah, you just need line of sight for the hunter prey.
And I'll give you advantage on your first attack. Wait, did I? No, I already used my reaction on Will.
How you? All right. Yeah.
Next round. You can have it.
Yep. I am going to move my hunted prey because the other chimeras we killed them, right? We'll
Yeah,
kill
that
them.
was
Okay.
yeah.
All right. So I'll move my hunted prey to the guy up north, and I'm going to take my first shot. It'll hit, I'm assuming.
Yeah, that will hit.
All right, I just need to like do them differently because my first attacks are different. All right, the second attack doesn't hit. I'm using a hero point, I think.
Point it up.
This is my first hero point. Do it. Fuck. Stupid. All right, and then for my third action, where is Red in regards to all this? He must be pretty high.
Oh, Red's right in line with the rock, so he can actually just attack him if he wanted to.
Well, that's perfect. So
Just take off. Sorry for Tegan. Just take off the grapple so it doesn't get off guard.
Oh, true. Thanks.
all right, so I'm gonna take a third shot then, if that's the case, just to. All right, and then I'm going to attack with Red. Draw strike on rock. All right.
Nice.
Hey. Sick. You damn it, dude.
Don't forget to
Sick.
double that up. So it'll be 16.
Perfect. Oh,
I'm
whoops! Yeah, I
the
didn't
red
do it.
kind of smash or like hits this creature.
Yeah, a bunch of shots fire off, and then you just like you kind of the camera. I always think of things like cinematically. But then like the camera turns over, and then yeah, just like they're kind of flailing through the air, and then just like a beak peck and like kind of chomp on the back of one of his wings that maybe like makes him like jerk in a small reaction. That's my turn.
Nice. Wisteria, you are up.
Okay, I'm going to divide a stratagem on the rock. Free action. Okay, we know that's not a crit, and I It's not off guard to me anymore. I think that Enfeebled might be gone. It's probably until end of turn.
We still have heroism right now.
And
Yep.
have you
Okay.
tried to recall knowledge on it yet?
Yes, sir.
The rock, no, but I might do it on this Chimera because I'm more worried about that hurting us.
Yeah, fair.
He's been taking some damage. Some recall knowledge on this Chimera. And I think I'd like to know, if you think this is fair for a recall knowledge, how long, like exactly when it's going to recharge its dragon breath.
I think that's fair. I will say this is your third recall knowledge on chimeras, though, too.
Oh, okay. I'll stick with it.
Okay. Unfortunately, it's not off guard to you.
All right. I think I might not attack this turn. Let me see. Okay, what I'm gonna do is. All right, we're just gonna try things. So I'm gonna stow my hand crossbow as an action, and then I'm like wearing my healer's kit, so I'm gonna battle medicine mockery.
Okay.
Street wounds. Oh, should I go for the master? Do I have master medicine? I do. 17 DC 30. Yeah, I'm gonna go for the master DC healing.
Okay.
Dang.
Oof.
It is well appreciated nonetheless.
And then my third action, I'm going to. Wait, is that two-handed? It is. Okay, never mind. Dang. And that's all in my bags. I don't have actions for that. I will redraw the hand crossbow, I guess. 3 actions for.
All right. The rook is going to go spend 2 move. Actually, use its flying strafe to get back in range with Jeet. It is going to. So it's going to target one of them at Red and the other at Jeet as it flies. Unfortunately, it will just hit Red.
Come at me, bro.
How is Red doing?
Red has 1 HP, baby.
Nice, he's still flying. I was worried he would fall.
Not even close, baby.
Not even close, dude. He's fine. He's totally fine.
Noble spirit of a dwarf.
Like that fall would kill Red. I feel bad, but yeah.
No,
Right.
no.
But the rope flies down to G, and it misses. You see it slash out with its talons. Your armor blocks it away as you guys are free falling through the sky. That is the rook's turn. Will, you are up.
I don't see the. Is there damage already?
Oh no, I missed you.
Oh, okay, nice.
It did like 23.
All right. Will is first gonna try to take control of this dang glider.
Oh, yeah.
If this continues, I'm gonna jump off of this thing and just fly to the ground. But might as well try. Here we go. I am not completely useless at acrobatics, but not a very high chance of success. See? Oh, should I use the hero point on this? I did roll.
You got it. I mean, the session's near an end.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna
Use it or lose it.
hero point.
Just
Nice.
the one. You regain control of the glider,
Oh, yeah.
fighting against the winds, and get it steadied out.
Thank Glorb. All right.
Clutch.
Now, it's a decision. Do I try to go help finish off the Chimera, or do I go after the rock? I think I'm going to try to go help finish off the Chimera so we can all focus on the rock in a minute. Unless, gee, do you need healing like right now?
No, I'm
No, you're
basically
fine.
full.
You're
Yeah.
fine. You're fine. You're fine. Okay, so I'm gonna try to angle the glider to. I'm still heading downward to try to like keep both of them relatively close to me, but I'm gonna move in this direction, try to get a little closer. Like I don't know exactly how far I can move because we got to do a lot of Pythagorean theorem stuff
Sure.
to be able to really figure out.
B squared equals C squared, yeah.
Yeah, and I just don't feel like doing all that math. But I just want to get closer to this side of things so I can hopefully target this Chimera. Oh, like what's the elevation situation? For
Yeah, so you can definitely, if you want to target the Chimera, you have to go up a little bit, but you could definitely do so.
Okay, and then, so that's 2 actions. My final action, I would like to use amped message. Let me make sure that I have the amp thing on. Nope. Yes, that's good. It's good. So amped message. Here we go. So Wisteria, you get a free action. You can use it to step, stride, or strike.
I can't do any of those things.
Never
But
mind.
also it's not
Mockery.
related.
Mockery, would you like a free attack?
Yes.
Yes, there you go.
Unless I can use that to pilot. But no, it has reactive strike. Never mind. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, Mockery, you get a free attack. Oof.
And yeah.
All right.
Oh
She'll
wait,
use guidance instead. It's okay.
wait! I just realized something. That's a ranged attack.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's manipulate. So
Shit.
all at you.
Wait, it has free hand. Does free hand do anything for manipulate or?
Oh, gosh, let me check. Does Gauntlet Bow still have? Yeah, I think it's still a ranged attack. So yeah, I think it's still.
Yeah.
All right, so claw at Mockery. I forgot to target you. Luckily, that's not a crit. So you see it slash at you as the bow goes off for 16 damage.
All
Will,
part of my
do you have
plan
any
to
actions
kill?
left?
No, that was it. All part of my plan to kill Mockery. That's my plan.
Mockery, you are up the Chimera in your grill. What are you doing?
Alright. Gotta go for melee here, actually, yeah. So jaw strike,
All right.
followed by God damn, I'm a hero point, my last hero point upon thee. We use these.
Ah!
It'd be the first time I rolled
There
over
we
10 this session. We'll take
Nice.
it, we'll take it. Alright, now a tail strike.
Hmm.
Luckily, that bite will hit.
Unfortunately, he's already been demoralized, so I can't do a demoralize on him again. But what I can do... Let me check something. This doesn't have the attack train, right? Oh no, I should have done that first if I wanted to do that. Okay, so what I can do is I'm gonna go for another tail strike.
Okay.
You never know.
Oh, that's close.
Yep, and that's Mockery's turn. Slashing out with his jaws before his serpentine tail goes for this abomination as well. I just realized one of Mockery's like title names insults things is the mutilated manticore.
Perfect. You fighting with this Chimera. You bit into it, but unfortunately, those tails kept missing. It's got you in its sights. Jeet, you are up.
He's so tempted to just grab again.
Mhm.
But right now he has his staff in both hands, so he's first going to just do a flying buck gliding ball. So that is that. I have my hero point. I haven't used any session, so let's do the reroll.
Earn it.
All right.
Nice.
Yeah. That's a hit on its nose, on its beak. And then, because he really can't resist himself, he like lets go of the staff with one hand and then reaches out towards this creature. And I'm going to try and combat grab.
Nice. All right.
So make a melee strike. If it hits, then I grapple it. So I'm gonna hit it with the fist. Okay, I think that's fair.
All right. Smack him. You see blood running down its beak, but unfortunately can't land that last hit.
Okay, and then for my last action, I will raise a magical shield. That's my turn.
You get that shield above you as you guys hurtle through the skies. Unfortunately, this chimera.
Wait,
well,
sorry. I think that whole turn may not have happened because I fell first.
Oh, yeah, because you'd fall on your turn. Yeah. How far do you fall?
60 feet.
60 feet? Okay. Yeah, you would be 60 feet below this creature.
Yeah. Can you take back the damage that I did? Instead, it's going to be I'm still holding my staff with two hands. I'm going to cast Divine Lance on it and then raise my shield.
Perfect.
And it's going to be +1 to this because I have the staff, the Divine Lance on my staff as well.
Perfect. Oh,
28 to hit.
that just misses.
Okay, cool. And then ratio. That's my turn.
All right. Chimera is up. Oh, unfortunately, he does have that back. You do see it rear its head back and unleashes another torrent of fire.
I think I will. I've not used my reaction this round. I will be the hero this time.
Perfect. Wisteria is going to take one for the team. Mockery, give me a reflex saving throw.
All right.
Whoa.
Reflex.
Those die look cool.
Solid. So Mockery, you will save, taking half damage, bringing that down to 16. Wisteria, you will take 64 damage. The glider does not take damage on that one, luckily.
That was one more than the number of hit points I had.
Oh.
So
You said one more or one less?
One more, so I'm down.
No, Mockery doesn't have things to get you back up. I don't think. Okay.
Potions,
I'm
elixirs.
close enough now.
Don't you have battle medicine too?
No.
Okay.
Really?
I'm trying to.
I use these ones.
Okay, it's automatically applying my Orc Ferocity, but that costs a reaction, so I can't use that. So I'm trying to figure out how to. I think if I leave that effect. I'm just fiddling with some stuff, so see if I should be able to get it.
Well, that's the Chimera's turn. You see the fire envelop the glider, but Wisteria using some nimble piloting to take the blow for it. Mockery is pretty burned, but doing all right. Belric, you are up. You see the Chimera, you see the Rock, you see Jeet. What are you doing?
Well, I'm gonna shoot at the Chimera.
All right.
I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I'm just very. There's things that you guys think I should be doing here. I was gonna shoot at the Chimera, and then I was going to shoot a healing arrow at Wisteria.
Great instincts. Go for it.
Life shot. Okay.
Yeah, life shot's a good one. I forgot you have that.
Just bought it. All right. So let's do the shots first. Will, are you good?
I'm fine. Probably.
Funny enough, one of the backups I have for Mockery, it goes with the gunslinger stuff and crafting munitions. And I wanted to focus on like different things with that. The life shot being one of it, like healing bullets.
Perfect. That will hit the Chimera. Nice. That's finally blooded.
Finally blooded.
Hey, that'll hit again.
Okay. Screw it. Let's take a third shot. Or yeah, we'll take a third shot of my second action. That'll miss. And then I am going to shoot my. I'm gonna need to find this.
So I will say that life shot's gonna have that -10 if you want to use that.
Oh.
Yeah, it's still a shot. Yeah,
Oh no.
it's quite.
Why
It's
did I-
expensive, so I'm not sure if you want to shoot it into the ether. I'm not sure.
Oh man. All right.
Oh, Wisteria.
will-
I'm not sure what her AC is now, but yeah, still probably not worth shooting -10.
Yeah, I guess I wasn't aware that applied to that. Shit. What else can I do here?
Command red to get to safety.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, Wisteria, that was my fault. I just thought for whatever reason I didn't think my things would have applied. So yeah, I'm gonna bolt. I'm gonna command animal with my third action, and I'm gonna have red bolt up in the air 120 feet away for safety.
Perfect. You
60
got red in some distance. The Chimera is looking rough. The Rook is up. It is going to luckily do the same thing, but it can't use one of its strikes on the bird. So it's going to flying strafe, talon strike against Jeet, and then a beak strike against Jeet.
Okay, I'll do my reaction last focus point to reduce damage. Oh no, actually, I have my thing up. My reaction to use my shield spell to reduce
Perfect.
the damage. Yes.
You see this thing coming through, slashing, beaking out at you as you guys tumble through the skies. Will, you are up.
All right. Am I close enough to heal the lady?
Syria.
Dang it. Are you kidding me? I'm 1 square away. Dang it. All right. Well, I need to angle us to get even closer.
Is there any guidance I can do as a reaction here to help him? Like anything I can do?
Unfortunately, not without a specific reaction there.
Okay.
All right. I'm trying to still stay out of the fire breath range though at the same time. So that's my first action to move the glider a little closer to that other glider. And then I'm going to do a 2-action heal again. This one, what rank am I going to cast this spell? Let's do I'm going to do a 2nd rank again. And it's not crazy amount of healing, but I just need to get you back up on your feet. And like I said, we know we're going to be in this for the long haul, so I'm trying to conserve things.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I was trying to conserve my hit points, but here we are.
Yeah. Oh, I am no longer. I still have prone and off guard and all that stuff on me. It doesn't matter for this, but. Ugh. Almost minimum, but hey, I mean, you're alive.
Feel that divine magic rushing through you. You're back up in health there. Oh, Will, give me a acrobatics and nature check too.
Nice.
All the ship.
Huge. Huge, huge, huge.
All right. Mockery. Your ship is uncontrolled, but you do see Wisteria back conscious. What are you doing?
Can he try to take back control of it, then later pass it back on to Wisteria?
Oh,
I assume it'd be an action for you to do it, and then an action for me to take it back on my turn.
yeah. It wouldn't be. It
I
wouldn't
mean,
be
if you can take control of it successfully, I can pull out my repeating crossbow and get started some work on.
It's acrobatics or nature, isn't it?
yeah.
Oh, dang it. The plate armor. Their half plate armor penalties. Dang. Yeah, no, he can't. He can't quite do that.
Can you
He's going-
smack him with your sword?
Nope. With the jaws.
All right, smack. That'll hit.
Nice.
We'll take it, then the tail.
Nice.
And screw it. You know, we do go for the third one. We'll go for a fist.
Do it.
This is 2 above hit. Let's see how this shakes out for him.
Damage, and then
All right.
damage.
The Chimera is looking rough.
Yeah, that's mockery.
All right. G. You fall again. I forgot to do the math on yours. You gotta be getting close to the ground now. Have you been keeping up with the math?
Only relative math, unfortunately,
Okay.
not absolute. So now I'll be 170 below the gliders.
Sweet, so
And
you're 200 feet above ground. All right.
and then face the creature. We send out that divine lance. Here, can I? Okay, yeah. So I'll just add the +1 over here. Item bonus from staff. What was that? That's going to be. I'll use my hero point that I had previously used on the staff.
Get some hero points going.
Yep. All right. That's how the game wants to play.
Yeah, the dice have not been in y'all's favor today. See that energy arc past you. You got an action left, though, I believe.
Yeah. I can't do. And I didn't bring a shield because I'm shield free now. So I think it's going to be another, and that'll be my turn.
All right. Wisteria, you're up.
Devise a stratagem on the rock. Oh, something good. That might still be a hit. Yeah, I'm gonna let other people deal with the Chimera. What can I get? All right, I'm gonna free action recall knowledge on the rock. Let's play my character correctly. Which I have not recalled knowledge on yet.
Unfortunately, it is not off guard to you.
All right. Okay, I'm going to first take control of the vehicle with a piloting check.
Nice.
And then, so that was first action. I'm going to reload the hand crossbow and then shoot the rock with it.
Got the rock? Okay.
Yeah.
That'll hit.
My turn.
All right, the Chimera is up. Bloodied, hurt, but still standing. It is going to use action to keep level with you, and then it's 3-headed strike. So, Hysteria first, Mockery second, and then the glider.
I think I'm gonna use my Well, do I want to? Yeah, I can't take any hits for the glider, so I'm gonna use my reaction to nimble dodge.
Nimble dodge. Luckily, that will miss you. So, Wisteria, you see the dragon jaws coming at you. You're able to dodge out of the way. Mockery, you see the goat horns coming at you. They connect, and then you guys see the lion's jaw snap upon the glider.
Aye!
Oh,
Aye!
yeah.
All right, 30 to the glider.
Maka, are you able to?
I think I would have had to call that beforehand.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, goodness me! It's a good thing I didn't call it beforehand.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the glider is broken.
You see kind of starting to shift, be harder to maintain as this Chimera was able to get another bite off on the ship. And another round has passed. 30 more feet falling for the gliders in control, bringing you guys to 340. Belric, you are up.
I'm in the same level still with everyone, right?
You are. Or with Mockery, Hysteria, and the Chimera.
I am going to shoot the Chimera.
It is pretty hurt.
Okay. This will be my first shot.
Nice. Finish it.
Shot to the head, man. Like, I'm so sick of this thing. Shot to the head.
It's got 3.
Shot to the goat's head.
Or have the shot pierce through each of the heads.
Hey.
Belric,
Like
you
all
let
those
loose the
things.
shot, pierces through each of the heads. You see this thing starting to spiral, some crashing into the ground beneath you, giving Mockery and Wisteria some much needed space. What do you do with the remaining actions?
I do have a life shot, a minor life shot that I can use if one of you guys are down or hurt very badly.
Nobody's down, and the rock's probably focused on G before me or Mockery will be in danger from it.
Yeah, luckily you've got some space between you. Well, everybody but Jeet has some space right now between them and an attacker.
Well, to be fair, once it gets to Jeet's turn, he'll have plenty of space.
Sure.
That was a
How far are we from?
You guys are 100. Actually, I forgot. You're 170 feet away from them.
Can I move my hunted shot to him?
Yeah, you can. You just need to be able to see him.
Great. So I'll move my hunted shot and I just fire a freaking arrow at him if I want.
Yeah, you still just be your second attack, so you could shoot an arrow off if you like.
All right. So my first action was shooting that guy. My second action is moving that, and my third action is shooting him.
Shoot away.
All right.
Nice.
Is this all right?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
nat 20. Yeah, it's a.
I had my first attack thing on there, but this might...
Oh yeah, nat 20. No matter what hits.
Oh, okay. Great.
Nice. This thing is looking hurt now. Oh yeah, and he gets that persistent fight. How does that shot look as you like take down the Chimera?
One shot over here, and then I'm just like, and then I just like stare down this second target, like after being so locked in on that first shot, and then I just like I draw my bow, and yeah, it's just like a perfect shot, maybe right towards its neck or somewhere very vulnerable.
Perfect. This
Is
rock.
frightened from the Dread Martial stance?
Is it friend?
Dread Martial grants frightened when someone in the aura crits with an
Nice. All right. Yeah, you see fear in the rock's eyes as this strike lands and fire kind of sprouts upon it and sets its wings ablaze. You see panic eking into the creature. It is going to lash out with its beak, talon at Jeet, and then it is going to try to get some distance and fly 60 feet away. Do any of those hit? Oh, they crit and a hit. All right. First one, 64. Second one, 16.
Okay,
How
let's
is-
see. The 16 is too much. I will go down.
Do you have a reaction? Oh, you didn't do shield. Shit. All right, yeah.
Oh, right, I did. No, yeah, because I still have one focus point left. Oh, thank
Okay.
you for the reminder. Because I used the shield the previous round, I didn't have to use the focus point. Hold on. Give me back my life.
Holy cow.
Oh, well, that's way too close for comfort. So that is going to be the Enduring Might reaction, which will reduce the 16 down to 2. So
Perfect.
I'm alive. 7
Yeah.
HP.
That would have been painful. But luckily, you were able to keep yourself conscious. You see the rock beginning to fly away as fear and its bone blood drop down from the sky. Will, it is your turn. Do you do anything to the fleeing rock? Oh,
No, I'm gonna let it go. I don't care. I just want to try to angle the glider to dive to try to catch up with G.
You would need to make a reckless check with the piloting to see if you can get that far down.
Oh, I mean, I don't need to get that close. I'm just following him.
Okay.
Good.
Perfect. Mockery, Wisteria, do any of you guys chase the rock?
I'd like to do a recall knowledge check on it to tell, like, if we let it go, is it going to go warn giants? Like, is it able to communicate that, or is like working for, like, if it's just like a wild animal essentially, then I'm not going to worry about it. But if it's a risk to our mission to let it escape, then I would want to do something about it. So I'd like to use the recall knowledge to figure that out.
I like that. Smart.
Oh, I got that. What? Oh, I have the glider, so I can show this.
Oh shit! Yeah, you are not able to tell a thing about this rock.
Oh.
It is not
All
off
right,
guard.
well,
yet.
I'm gonna focus on, because it's broken, but I'm still in control of the glider, right?
You're still in control.
Yeah, all right. I'm gonna focus on getting us to the ground safely then.
Perfect. Mockery, are you doing anything?
If you shoot at it, is it coming back?
Remember, it is 80 feet away from you and 170 feet below you. So
He's gonna yell some obscenities at it for merely existing and being a nightmare upon him.
I mean, if I were to have used my actions to fly towards it, would that have changed your turn, Mockery?
No.
Or okay.
perfect. Well, you guys are able to see the rock take off, flying wounded away from the field with great difficulty. Some of you are able to, Will and Belric, you guys are easily able to land your glider. It's well intact. Wisteria, give me a piloting check. And Jeet, how does it look as you come feather falling to the ground?
Right, it's like he has a pseudo glider with these very like rigid wings that he just circles around and falling faster than the others, but still knowing that it won't hurt too much.
Nice.
On the way down, I'm also just gonna cast a 2-action heal on myself.
Perfect. You're able to get the heal off. Wisteria, you're able to bring the glider to the land. You all look around. You see the ruins of Kata, these war-torn streets that look like they have been through hell. You see broken windows from some of the shops nearby. You see doors that look like they've been kicked in, areas that look like they've been lit upon fire. And you do see, and you kind of look around and see a bit of chaos as well. You see the body of one of the chimeras you killed crashed a couple blocks in the distance. You see one of the gliders fallen on the rooftops of one of the other buildings. You see one of the other chimeras' bodies crashed through one of the market's windows. It's definitely not a quiet insertion, but you guys did get down to the ground. You all are whole, alive, but you have 3 awareness points as we go into the infiltration, which we will pick up next week. And see how, hopefully, whatever luck you guys have offended is back. And you guys get some more better dice rolls for next week. But you all are alive. Nobody died. Thankfully had gentle landing because I thought you were going to fall and splat. I think you're one of the few that had enough HP not to straight die from it, but it would have been rough. Because what are you at? You're at 120. Oh, no, you're at 98.
No. Yeah. I still have cleric edge people, not ranger levels.
So Belric and Mockery would have survived that fall. But I always forget that Jeet has cleric HP. That would have been rough. But luckily that gentle landing came in handy. Sweet. So we will pick up next week. See how the infiltration section of this goes. You have started with 3 awareness points. Give a sneak preview for next week. 20, because similar to what we did last week, 20 awareness points. The jig is up. With this, though, there'll be 5 rounds of infiltration with multiple obstacles in between those rounds. Each round, the awareness points go up by 1, and when you fail or crit fail, the awareness points go up by 1 or 2. So hopefully get your dice luck by next week, and we'll see how the crew fares. So make sure to join us next Thursday for session 17 of Pandemonium.